I wanna get higher than the somebody roll the weed. It's my song. I wanna get higher than the somebody roll the weed. I wanna get higher than I wanna get higher than the moon. Somebody roll the weed. It's not something. I wanna get higher than the moon. Somebody roll the weed.
If you don't mind. Yeah. Get lost in translation. Turn the camera off. I want you to get on this scene with me right now. We're gonna help these boys out. Somebody roll me. You don't mind. Somebody roll me.
Come on, black man. Come on now. Sing it with me now. Wanna get high.
I wanna get high too.
Yeah.
I wanna get
Come on, y'all.
I wanna get high till I'm up. Somebody roll the weed. Somebody roll the weed.
Hey.
Can you roll the weed?
Come on, y'all.
Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Sing along with us. Somebody roll the weed. I wanna get high till I'm up. I wanna get high. I wanna get high till I'm up. I wanna get Good Lord, Jesus. I wanna get high with the Lord. I On cloud nine.
Clown
I
nine.
want to see it one more time.
I wanna get high.
Somebody roll me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight. Another episode of Black Men Unfiltered Network's Barbershop Talk. We're about to get this show started. Are you ready? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready. Put a 1 in the chat if you are ready. I see Embrace the Grace is ready. I see Harmonize is ready. I see Trey Ferg is in the building. I see Randy is in the building. I see it. I see Mandrell in the building tonight. All right, I see our pain is in the building tonight. Listen, guys, support this channel financially, man. Go ahead and hit the cash app. Go ahead and hit the super chat. So we got some videos we're going to play for you guys upon receipt of those cash apps and those videos will be played for you guys as appreciation. I just want to thank you guys for being here tonight. We're going to have a wonderful conversation. You see the title tonight, Body Count Don't Matter. Men want experience over mediocrity. Oh, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. I'm always thinking about our pain when I do these shows, because our pain, well, y'all know our pain. Our pain's in the back right now, rolling up a few blunts for the cast. This is his theme song. Somebody roll me. We're gonna get high. Say it again.
Somebody roll the wing.
Trey Ferg. I'm about to get high.
Trey wanna know whether we. I bet you wanna get high in the moon.
Wanna get high in the moon.
He wanna.
All right, guys, I'm about to put the link in the chat for Trey, because he's in jail and they are not letting him out anytime soon. Let me get my brother Trey my brother from another mother in the building. At Trey, this link is for Trey and Trey only, ladies and gentlemen. Once Trey gets in here, I'm gonna take it out of there. All right, there you go, Trey. If you don't mind, Lord. All right, guys, the show is about to start. Thank you guys for being here. Let's get it rolling. All right, here we go.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose that fits some loose shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's another beautiful evening here at the Black Men Unfiltered Network. Man, we jamming before we get started as we do every week. Man, I got my brother from another mother in the building tonight. Y'all know who he is, the sensational, the velvet voice of YouTube. Give it up for yours truly, Lost in Translation. My brother, what's going on tonight?
Oh, everything is everything. And glad to be in the service one more time. Good
One
to see
more
you, brother.
time,
How you
y'all.
doing, man? How you doing, brother? That's what I want to know.
I'm
You always
sunshine
asking everybody else how they doing, but I'm gonna ask you today, how you doing?
Man, I'm sunshine, partly cloudy, my brother. Man, I'm so glad to be in the building today. I'm honeymoon happy and peacock proud, man. We got 18 people rolling up in here right now, up to 19. When you come in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to give to the channel, please do so. We already got a few givers already. We appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, letting us know that this channel is appreciated. All right, you should see the banner rolling at the bottom of the screen in a few seconds of the Cash App if you choose to do Cash App as well. We appreciate it. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen now. All right, guys. Now, since we do have some people in here tonight, I've already called out half of you guys, but Trey is in the building tonight. We also have Time in the building tonight. He says, Superfly 1972, let's go jamming. All right. Appreciate you, man. Now, I want to start with Harmonize. Harmonize says, let's get started. Let's the $5 super chat. Thank you, Harmonize, for that. I appreciate it.
You know,
Harmonize said, let's get this started with a word from my favorite pastor. If you don't know who the favorite pastor of this network is, it is Pastor Goodjoint. Pastor Goodjoint is in the building tonight. He's always supporting us here at Black Men Unfiltered Network. He gave us a little something to work with once we have givers. Guys, if you want to see Pastor Goodjoint, if you want to see Oompa Loomp Goopa Goop, if you want to see any of these new people, please send your super chats or send your cash apps, and we will definitely play them for you. But we want to get the church started tonight with Pastor Goodjoint for this $5 super chat. Here we go.
Tryna pour out all night, DJ play another song. Tryna pour out all night, DJ play another song. Tryna pour out all night, DJ play another song. Tryna pour out all night, DJ play another song. Tryna pour out all night, DJ play another song. Tryna pour out all night, DJ play another song. Tryna pour out all night, DJ play another song. Tryna pour out all night, DJ play another song. It's clever, baby. I'm in this bitch with AJ. Club jumping up and down like it's payday. Party all night. Shout out to my nigga, baby. Yeah, that's my DJ. It's my DJ. Nigga, I been rolling like a Mack truck. Fine, throw me back one. Don't step on my shoes, nigga, back up. Fuck you, fuck around and get your bitch snatched up.
That's a hell of a hype, man. Come on, hype, man.
Let me through, yeah. Nigga, it's whatever you wanna do, yeah. Out of my head, chicken all night long. DJ running.
All right, I want to thank you so much, guys. If you want him specifically, put that in the chat. Put it in the chat if you want the bishop. Now, we don't have one on this one, so I have one for marriage, politics, and sports, which is our pain in the building. He says something for the pot $5 super chat. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and get him one. I have one specifically for him tonight. This is for you. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Here we go.
I'm on it now. What I put on my page. For jam. But it ain't a prerequisite whether it works in your head. Yeah. Oh, these 60 seconds of mine. I get to say whatever's on my mind. Yeah. You ain't even gotta say nothing. Move on and let me carry on. What I put on my page is what I wanted to say. What I put on my page is what I wanted to say. I ain't even gotta ask you. What I put on my page. I don't wanna have to try you. What I wanted to say. But it's mine. What even what I put on my page is what I wanted to say. What I put on my page is what I wanted to say.
All right, thank you so much for that, man. That's if you want to hear Jay Moss. That is Jay Moss, man, the relative of the great Clark sisters. If you want to hear him, please go ahead and send your super chats or your cash apps and request him. I'll definitely play that for you. We have Oompa in the building tonight. Now, we're not going to give you complete Oompa, but if you want Oompa, if you want to have sausage biscuits, sister sausage.
Plus, they said big bag bitch.
ahead and send a super chat for Sasha's Biscuit. We'll get her on the stage as well. All right, man. Listen, we got some guys in the back tonight. We got Trey Ferg, the floating head. We call him Gordon from the Power Rangers. Let's get Trey Ferg in the building tonight. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, fellas? Good evening. How y'all doing, man?
What's happening, Trey Ferg?
All
right.
I'm glad you asked BMU how he was doing, man. Yeah, man. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm
You
doing
all right?
absolutely great. Thank you, man. I
All right,
appreciate
we
y'all,
okay,
brother.
boy.
And I want to say this: if the next guy I'm going to bring up, if he said Trey Ferg was his daddy, everybody would believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Trey in the building tonight. I think it was just like that. It happened to be Trey's, huh? Yeah.
Are you seeing double right now?
I'm seeing double, man. I'm seeing double. I don't know.
Trey
Trey.
in tonight, ain't it, boy?
Hey, man.
You my badass nephew all had to get together.
Got that shine on him.
They say back in the day, they used to call the women used to call Trey Fergie. So just go ask your mama. Hey, mama, you know a dude named Fergie? See, let's get.
Junior Ferg.
Trey was at Freak Meat, just walking around naked. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And invisible.
With your raspy voice. How about you lay on that Buick and let me show you something real sweet? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Last but not least, man, this guy is amazing, man. Guys, I've gotten to know him. He is amazing. He is a previous stripper. He is a retired architect. He is, I think he just stripped last week, so I think he's out of retirement. He did a bar mitzvah last week. Ladies and gentlemen, put your damn hands together for the continent. Our pain is in the building tonight.
Oh, wait a minute. Nine in the building.
Give him something.
Yeah, what y'all see, y'all can't unsee it.
Yeah,
Coming to the stage. The one and only.
Okay, all right, don't say the ladies gonna be out here throwing dollars, baby.
And bloomers.
Is it safe? Is it safe to look?
Only until you take your hands away.
Oh, boy, y'all got me rolling already, boy. Oh my God, bro. Hey, you know what? Man, my boy had something to say about that. That boy said, what did he say? He said,
disgusting.
Our parents was up there stripping when they had drawers with drawstrings on.
All right, now we got some more people in the chat, man. We got Skinny Boy 20 Boy in the building tonight, man. Thank you for being here. We got Dory, my sister, in the building tonight. The lovely bride of the great Hink is in the building tonight. Thank you, Dory, for being here, sweetheart. I appreciate it. I met this lady in person when I had dinner with her and Hink, man. Great woman, man. All right, thank you so much for being here tonight. We got Antoine in the building tonight. The bald-headed wonder, 7 wonder of the world, is in the building tonight. Thank you for being here, my brother. All right, we got, oh, shit. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we like to support Black business. All right, we here at Black Men in the Filter like to support Black business. The honest Black business. Black David does have a side business other than being here, getting on our nerves and working the back. For some of these shows, some of the shows on the network, Black David does have, listen to me, Black David has crocodile. Listen to me. Black David has crocodile sweat. Tonight. It is for headaches. It's for chest burn. It's for osteoporosis. So if you want something, he calls it Crocodile Baby. If you want the Crocodile Baby, please reach out to Black David. His website is myblackassHasYourMedicine.com. myblackassHasYourMedicine.com. Reach out to Black David tonight. All right. When you go into Black David, you're going to use the discount code, but it's a sound effect, so you have to make the sound effect, and this is what he wants.
You get 20% off with that sound effect.
All right, 20% off. As soon as you log in, just say "oh," and it'll just give you 20% off immediately. All right. Thank you, Black David, for being here. We got Peter in the building. Now, listen, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this link in this chat real quick, guys. If you want to come on up here, guys. Black David says, Black David, I'm trying to support your business. You gonna call me stupid? I don't like that. All right, I don't like that. All right. We got Quincy in the building tonight, who's also a member. Thank you, Quincy, for being here tonight, man. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So y'all see the title tonight. But before we go into that, I have a video I want to show first to start this whole thing off. There's a black lady sitting in the car, and there was a group of black men that asked a lot of black women questions in front of her. And she got emotional. And I want you guys to look at it. Trey, I hope you're ready for this. Okay? I really hope you're ready. I don't think Trey gonna be able to handle this. I just say my prayers right now. Give me just a second. Let me get it up here. All right. Here we go.
Just watched the video and I'm so fucking embarrassed, bro. I'm so fucking embarrassed. This guy was going around asking women, and mostly black women, asking these women, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a broke guy who's still a father and who's at home, you know, and around for your kids, but he broke? Or would you rather have a financially stable man and pay the child support? My heart is racing, y'all. Do you know every last one of these bitches said that they would rather have the check? Every one of them bitches said they would rather have the check. I get the check. It's not a big check, but I get the check. I give anything to have my kids' daddy at home. Anything. Anything, bro. You bitches want the check? You bitches want the fucking check. I'm so embarrassed to be a black woman right now because you hoes want the fucking check.
Anything?
Yeah, I want to hear what they have to say. Y'all need a breather.
I don't need no breather shit. I'm ready to go.
No breathing.
Man, listen, we got my boy. Listen, who have Truth and Purposes in the building tonight, man. Thank you for being here, my brother. We also have Quincy with a $5 super chat, man. Thank you for being here, Quincy. Let me go ahead and give you a little something, and then we're gonna go right into that. I'm gonna give these guys some time to process what they just heard. But I want to give you guys Saucer's Biscuit for the $5 super chat. Here we go.
They said big bag bitch get to the bag. They said big bag bitch you want a snack. Well this big bag bitch she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni. Move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking it quick and the brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony. They need an Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit's baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby. Give us a dot. Give it to us when we step on the spot.
All right, thank you so much, Sausage Biscuit, for that. That is Trey's ex. We do support our brothers' exes when they come on. Her name is S. We call her SB Sausage Biscuit. So thank you so much for giving us that great number tonight.
I used to bop that ass all night.
Yeah, she said bop, 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 bop. But at the end, did you hear her say Trey? Bop, 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 bop. She said it right at the end.
I'm loving it.
I heard it.
All right, man. But Mr. He Said is in the building tonight. Mr. He Said, if you want to come up, man, I would love to have you on the panel tonight, my brother, and your wisdom and knowledge, man. Shout out to him. Moderators, if you're in there right now, please go ahead and put that link into the chat. All right, put it in the chat. All right. So what do you guys think? Trey, we'll start with you, man. What do you think about the lady that said they want the check?
It's 22 hours.
I mean, I'm not surprised. That is the golden ticket. What she's essentially saying is that black women or black mothers are selfish. That's what she's really trying to say. She didn't get to that part yet. She was so overcome with emotion because she probably herself chose the check.
Yep.
So because she chose the check, she started to realize that fathers are irreplaceable and priceless. I just watched a video earlier today. It was showing they always talk about a mother's intuition. But they were showing all these dads who were like catching their kids falling out of chairs and catching them when they were getting ready to fall off the couch. And I just remind myself of all the times my daughter was getting ready to fall off something or drop, and something told me to reach over and grab her or drop. I think we have a protective intuition that I think women don't quite understand. We sort of see things sort of play out before they happen. I think a lot of women get to an age where they realize they want that in the home. They need that male masculinity in the home, and they would rather have that versus having a check that comes every month, because that doesn't comfort you the same way that a man can. But the problem is by the time they figure it out, it's too damn late. It's too late then. And so I'm not surprised that the women were saying that. Didn't surprise me when the women were saying they would choose to be the side piece of the married man. You remember that video? The women were saying they were choosing to be the side piece of the married man. The black community, especially within the women of the community, are confused and lost and don't quite know which way is up and which way is right. They're kind of just all out there. Hopefully, some women heard the message and choose not to take the check. But unfortunately, I know how this game plays because I write a check every month, so I know how this game goes. And they will choose a check, and my daughter's mother will be in the same predicament. When that check stops, and it will stop, then what? What do you have then? You have nothing but your TikTok cries, your TikTok tears.
My God, our pain. She was in pain. Tell us about it, man.
Well, women made that choice back in Lyndon Baines Johnson. Told them to make the choice, either welfare or a man. That choice has been made for decades. So it's nothing new. And I mean, as quiet as it kept, it almost makes a little economic sense. If a man was making minimum wage in a family, and the government says, listen, we'll give you just maybe 5% less than him, but you don't have to deal with him, women made a choice. And they're still making the choice today. So I don't see anything different. So I would expect that. I expected that answer. I would expect that answer. And she has a right to be upset, and we need more women to start getting upset by the stupid decisions or selfish decisions other women make. That's what we need. So that's a good video. That's one of the better videos.
All right, Gordon.
I mean, if hindsight was 2020, man, we all will be amazing, and our whole diaspora of color folk, man, we'll be on Wakanda for real. I mean, Wakanda for real. If we could look at these, but this is just a message. She's really trying to send a SOS sign out. The message for crash. Sisters are putting themselves in these painful, life-changing predicaments. If you not have the child, ladies, then you can find a man, and even with the brothers that are just not getting any relationship, you keep yourself worthy of trying to change your life. But y'all putting y'all having children too early, and then y'all go for money from age 17 to 50, and y'all stay broke because you showed me $1.7 billion that you spend out the door, and your sons need a man. He need a man, and like Trey said, if you allow your son's father to carry him on his shoulders, he'll protect him with his life. We won't even have the problems that we got now, ladies. Y'all gonna have to make a decision right now. So that's all I got, man.
Hey, Black man, can I say this real quick? I know you're gonna go to law, so can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
The average child support payment is about $400. The average child support payment across the nation is about $400. So I want to be clear that women are trading in men for $400.
Yeah.
I want to be very clear about that.
Wow.
That you're trading in a man, a father for your child, a leader, and influence for $400 a month on average. It's pathetic.
Trey, they trading in their children, not the men. They trading in those damn kids for $400, which makes no sense.
Wow. And we're gonna get to Anissa in a minute. I think I'm gonna let Lost in Translation answer it. Anissa Glass said, wait, did he say a broke man or a man with a check? Anissa, if you want to call in, I'll definitely let you call in. I'll put the link at the top. You can call in and ask the fellas a question. And you could call in with your camera off, and we'll hear what you have to ask to get more clarity. But Lost in Translation, she said they just want the check. Before you do that, Lost in Translation, let me replay the video. Here we go.
Just watched the video, and I'm so fucking embarrassed, bro. I'm so fucking embarrassed. This guy was going around asking women, and mostly black women, asking these women, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a broke guy who's still a father and who's at home, you know, and around for your kids, but he broke? Or would you rather have a financially stable man and pay the child support? My heart is racing, y'all. Do you know every last one of these bitches said that they would rather have the check? Every one of them bitches said they would rather have the check. I get the check. It's not a big check, but I get the check. I give anything to have my kids' daddy at home. Anything. Anything, bro. You bitches want the check? You bitches want the fucking check. I'm so embarrassed to be a black woman right now because you hoes want the fucking check.
All right, Anissa, if you want to call in, I'll be posting the link at the top of the chat. Ladies, if you want to call in, just call in with your camera off. We'll just do your audio only so you can ask your questions. The Chicago Rilla's in the building tonight. Chicago, Rilla, if you're not busy, man, we'd love to have you up here as well, brother, get some insight on this conversation. Lost in translation, last but not least, my brother. What are your thoughts on this young lady?
She said, I'm gonna start backwards and work my way forward. Okay. She said that she would give anything to have him back or get a check back. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Let's start there. You know what I'm saying?
Start to say it again.
Let's start there. You know what I'm saying? Get a check back.
Hey, Lost, it ain't that hard to figure out.
It ain't hard to figure out, man. I mean, if you really would give him anything, man, just get the money back. You know, apologize. As Kevin would say, get on your knees, broken glass, go back, beg for him. It ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? What happened to, what was that? Who's that smoked that song? It ain't too hard to beg. Was that TLC that said that? Well, guess what? It ain't too hard to beg. You know what I'm saying? Just said, you know what, Daddy, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to say. Whether he got broke or not. Let me tell y'all, some of the clue y'all know something, man. Kids will have you broke. I don't care how old you are or how much money you got. Everything that you have gonna go to them kids. You know what I'm saying? That's just that's the nature of kids, you know? And the thing about it is there are things that dads and husbands provide that money just can't buy. Let me give y'all a story, man. Just like Trey was talking about how he had to, you know, men have these sixth sense. Well, a while back, I was with a chick and her sister was all went to the pool or whatever, man. She had a little boy, maybe about 2 years old. So next thing you know, everybody was standing around, running their mouth, not paying attention to the kids. So the 2-year-old jumped in the deep end of the pool while nobody was watching. Well, guess what I watched? They said they had never seen somebody so big move so fast. And I tell you, within 2 steps, I was on the deep end of that pool and grabbing that boy, pulling him up out of the water. Those are some of the things that people don't pay attention to. Ask yourself, did I get a thank you? No, don't need one. You know, you probably shouldn't have been running your mouth and paying attention to the kids. You see what I'm saying? I ain't even the kids' daddy. And I'm out here watching y'all kids. You see what I'm saying? But my thing is this: men provide safety and security that has no price tag on it. Not only that, men actually give you stability in your own peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? When you're around here talking about, oh, how do bill? Baby, let me explain something to you. Bill's going to be here next month just like there was this month. You know what I'm saying? What you need is a plan. And if you have a plan in place, then the bills ain't going to be no problem. You know, I don't understand why these people act surprised when the bills show up again. You use what you used last month, and guess what? It's time to pay them bills again. They're not mad because they have to pay the bills. They're mad because the bills keep coming. Well, I'm going to let you rest your mind assured. Them same bills you had last month going to show up this month. So it's a part of life. It's called being an adult. You see what I'm saying? Your kids need their father. I have never went to your funeral and heard some kids crying over their daddy. I sure wish daddy would have gave me $400 a month. They ain't never said that. They was always say, I wish you was there. That's what kids say. And kids don't remember paychecks and they don't remember child support. They remember whether you were there or not. I can't tell you how many times we just sit up here and watch Tyler Perry cry. What was his other name? Kirk Franklin cry. You know what I'm saying? Was this his daddy? His daddy wasn't there. That type of thing. All type of foolishness. It's the fact that women need to make room for fathers and husbands again. And I think that's the problem that we have today. And my whole thing is this, black man, if she really, really, really wants to make a difference in her kid's life, she would show them what it's like to be a woman, apologize, and put her family back together. And I'm going to leave it at that.
I want to add something. I was watching Breakfast Club the other day. We can't play the link because Breakfast Club, the AI for YouTube will eat you alive.
Nobody's studying them.
So right. But they had Bruce, the comedian, on Breakfast Club. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but if you get a chance to see it, go watch it. He was talking about his mom, and he said his dad went to the grocery store to get some orange juice when he was 6 years old, and he didn't see his daddy again until he was 40. And he said for years his mom portrayed his daddy as a very horrible person. He said, but then he started to think as a child the things that he saw when his daddy was at work. He said that his mom would have guys come over acting like repairmen, and the repairmen would give him money and say, go to the store, get you a Coke and a bag of chips. And he said as he got older, he knew those men was over there to have sex with his mama while his daddy was gone. And so they would pay him to go down the street. He said the corner store was so far down the street, by the time he got back, the man was gone. And he said, my mama ran my daddy off. And he said, I really didn't have a conversation with my daddy until I was a 40-year-old man. And he only had 2 years of life left. He died 2 years after we reconciled. He lost all those years. He said his mama ran his daddy off because his mama was in them streets and she was for the streets. Yep. So that's what I'm like. And he said all those years he hated his daddy, resented his daddy, but his mama was the problem.
20 in the front, 40 in the back. That's what that was.
Exactly, guys. All right. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to give to the channel. You see the cash up at the bottom of the screen, and you also give a super chat as well. We appreciate you, man. Go ahead and share this as well with someone that you love dearly. Hit that like button. See, we got 26 likes right now. And we got 36 people watching. We 10 down. So go ahead, guys, and get that 10 up. All right, get the money up. We'll play those videos for you guys. I got another video for you guys. I thought about our pain when I saw this video because this is Dr. I got his name right here because I want to make sure I get him his correct credentials when I pull him up. What's this man's name? Hold on just a second. I screenshot it so I could have it. It is oh, there it is. All right, his name is Dr. John Deloney. All right. And he deals with the mind. He deals with people who have addictions. He deals with sexless marriage. He deals with a litany of things. And I want to play something a caller called into his podcast and said this about her husband, and watch his response. And then our pain, you're going to go because I want to hear what you got to say. Here we go.
Absolutely no interest in having sex with my husband at all. And I'm kind of at a point where I don't really know what to do about it because I know while I may not need it, I know he needs it. And it's getting very challenging for me because I'm just kind of in this, please don't touch me. I don't want to be touched. And I want to have sex.
Of course.
But I don't.
Excellent. I imagine you're not telling a whole bunch of people that. Is that fair?
No, I think I've mentioned it to 2 girlfriends.
Okay.
One agreed with me and one was like, what are you talking about?
Okay. So number one, I want you to know you are absolutely not crazy. You're not alone. Okay. And not alone to the tune of millions. Okay. So you're not nuts.
I hope y'all heard that last part. That's the most important part. He said, you're not alone, meaning there's other women like you. And he said, I mean, not alone to the point of millions of women in marriages are not fucking their husbands. Millions are paying. What you got to say about that?
Well, listen, man, I don't know what to say about it. I think there was a time when their husbands had a chance to do some mid-course corrections and they missed it. When you let your wife drift that far away from you, listen, here's what I'm gonna say. If we say millions of women, right, stop having sex with their husbands, it's not a new phenomenon. There's something that triggers, there's a lot of different things that trigger them, childbirth, something else, those kind of things, depending on what their age is. Some women don't get it back after menopause, whatever that shit might be. But if you're attuned to your woman, you should know that when they try to stop having sex when they have their kids, you need to put a stop to that shit right then and there. A lot of men don't. A lot of fucking men don't. They let shit pass. And it's consistent. Men consistently give women a pass over all sorts of shit. And then when they try to make course correction, it's just too late. Like they say, how you want your marriage to be, that's how you set it up before you get married. Because if you don't, you can't change that shit midstream. So I don't want to put it all on the man because the woman is breaking her vows. But I think the man, a lot of men, not all, had a chance to maybe do some mid-course corrections where they wouldn't get in that kind of predicament. And if they turn it, you know what? I don't know what else to say other than they should go ahead and get some ass somewhere else.
Now, our pain, I'm gonna tell you what I think some of the guys are thinking right now about what you said.
Okay.
You giving these. I mean, we got to keep it raw on Friday nights. This barbershop. You giving these bitches a pass.
No, I'm not.
You giving these bitches a pass. They listen. Yes, she did. This is what you did. You said, "Come out the back door. Come out the back door." No, don't say these hoes. They don't. It ain't no millions of women have no problem with pregnancy and not fucking.
I didn't say that. You ain't listening to me. You're hearing what you want to hear. I'm saying this. You're hearing what you want to hear. You gotta. If you're gonna accuse me of, I'm not giving them a pass. That was just one example of many examples women's use not to fuck their husbands. I'm just saying there's telltale signs that you might have a chance to nip shit in the bud, and I think men don't do it. That doesn't absolve the women. I'm just saying that if you could have saved it, maybe that number would be less. Could you save every woman? Could you save every marriage? No. But listen. I think a lot of times guys let their women drift. That's what I believe. That's not giving a woman a pass. Women are fucking strange creatures, man. You just need to fucking know that. That's how I look at it. You gotta, they're like a garden. You gotta keep fucking flowering. And no matter how much you think your dick is big and you're the man and shit like that, if you're gonna be in a relationship with a woman, you gotta be attentive to her. You start fucking around and lose sight of how your woman behaves and what she thinks about, and you'll pay for it.
But you know what, Arpain, the reason I said about a pass, let me finish. Let me get this out.
Yes, sir. I'm not saying
the reason I said that because it's not the same for a man. If a man fall off, just think about it. If a man fall off, it's not for this is what women are going to say. Even some men will tell him, it ain't your wife's responsibility, motherfucker, to tell you what your job is. Nigga, you know you got to get up and go to work every day. You know you got to get up and go do what the fuck you got to do. You know the yard got to be mowed. You know the kids got to go to baseball practice and basketball practice. Yes. Get your black, ugly motherfucking ass up. Go get fucking that fucking job. I don't give a fuck about your PTO, bitch, nigga. Get your ass up and go to work, motherfucker. Right? That's what they're going to say. But when it comes to the women, they could have anything. Anything can be wrong. Anything is going bad. They may have, I don't give a, listen, if you're not giving your husband no ass, you are out of line. You are out of line.
Agree with you. Okay, so listen, I'm saying, do we want to have is it just to place blame, or is it trying to say what might be the psychosis underneath that, right? Because what I'm saying is you just compared men to women. We are not fucking women. We're never going to do what women do. I have a friend, his wife was making 6 figures, and one day she got tired of the goddamn job and she came home and told him I quit. He could never do that shit. Right? So we don't want to be equal in that kind of, I would never think of doing that shit. None of us would. So what I'm saying, we're not women. So you can't put us in that box. Of course they won't give us a pass. Nobody gives us a pass for any fucking thing. So we can't compare ourselves to women. That's not a good comparison.
Right now, and also you're right. I agree with that to a certain point. But look at Mrs. Loxley. This is from a woman. She said a man still has to provide when he doesn't want to. So a wife has to do her part.
I agree with that. But you can't. I'm not absolving her. She got to do her part. But what I'm saying is that sometimes they fucking need to be reminded.
I ain't babying these motherfuckers.
You know what?
It's not babying them. Sometimes you just gotta remind them, yo, I gave up everything to be just fucking you, and that's your obligation to me. So sometimes you gotta remind them. I'm not saying you're babying them.
Hi, Pano. How's everybody good? How's everybody doing tonight?
Good, man. Hold on. We're going to what's going on, Econate? Thank you for being here tonight. Uncle Rick, did you get a chance to see the last video, bro? I did. Okay, go ahead, Trey.
Hey, Arpain, does your boss have to remind you to come to work to get your check?
No, say that again. I missed that. Say that again.
Does your boss have to remind you to come to work to
No.
get the check?
No, of course not.
So you know, in order to pay your bills and survive, you got to take your ass to work.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do know that.
Okay, well let's stop giving women a season pass. They are very well aware of what they are required to do.
Yeah,
They
you're
know
right.
They know exactly what is required of them, and they are choosing. That woman said very clearly, "I don't even want him to touch me." This had nothing to do with sex. We talking about just pure intimacy. We haven't even we don't even have to get as far as actual intercourse. She don't want him to touch. That means he can't get a hug. They don't cuddle. They don't spoon. Ain't no little pecks and kissing. There's a whole bunch of intimacy issues they have there before. Now listen, y'all know how I feel about this. That's the shit y'all signed up for as married men. Y'all decided to give control of your sex life to a woman. So I don't really feel sorry for y'all because y'all chose that. But on the other end of that, on the other end of the spectrum, she has an obligation. The same obligation you have as a man, and that you don't need to be told. You don't need a pat on the back or a foot in the ass to go do what you're supposed to do. So let's stop giving women a pass. They are clearly understanding they're adults. Unless we're saying they're children, they're adults. They understand clearly what is expected of them inside a relationship. What has happened is that they are taking advantage of what they know they can take advantage of, because this is what narcissistic people do. This is what they do. They take advantage of what I know that he can't have sex unless I give it to him. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take advantage of this. And it ain't a damn thing he can do about it. And then I'm going to fake call in and try to make it seem like, well, I know it's me, but is it really me? And then the doctor going to bail her out and say, well, it's not really you. It's millions of y'all. It's not really. No, sweetheart, it's you. You're the problem.
Maybe my mastery of the English language ain't good enough, because I agree with everything you just said. But she didn't just wake up one morning and say, you know what, I want to stop fucking my husband. Sometimes it's a daisy chain. None of it might not be his. It's not his fault at all. But he may have had a chance if he saw it and he worked on it. Let me just say one thing.
No, sir.
No, let me finish before you go. Trey, you're right. They should have the same obligations that we do, but women don't do shit like fucking men. They just don't.
That's not the point, sir. That's not the
point.
point.
Tell me what the point is.
The point is, right? For one, let's address the whole situation, right?
Yes, sir.
A woman can make herself believe whatever the fuck she want to believe.
True.
She can make believe a man that can't stand her ass love her dirty draws, and they getting married in 2 years, and she been a side chick for 10 years, right? But she been a real girlfriend for 3. So stop with the bullshit, right?
Okay.
That's number one, right? She doesn't want to sleep with that man because she doesn't want to. It ain't no reason he could have did. Women fuck men they knew they shouldn't fuck, and they still do it, right? Once they wrap their mind around something, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
True.
Right? And part 2, you can't say it's not his fault and then still blame him because he didn't catch it in time. No, it's not his fucking fault. Right? That's his wife. Do your wife got to convince you to fuck her? No. Right. So why does he have to convince if he's being a husband? And from what I've seen in the video, she didn't say anything that man was doing out of pocket. Because y'all know the first thing they gonna do, if that man is doing something slightly that they interpret as being wrong, they'll use it as ammunition. You guys know this. I shouldn't have to tell you this.
Yes,
right?
yes, they could.
So again, right? We need to let women be responsible for what the fuck they're responsible for. They're responsible for sex. If she's not sleeping with him, it's something mental that she's put into her head that makes him unattractive to her. It could be as simply as, ooh, you know what? Why you don't pull the bags up and tie them around the garbage can? Whatever the fuck you feel like. It's bullshit.
You ain't get no pussy tonight. You ain't take the garbage out right. Yeah,
basically.
I'm just saying, bro, like, we gotta let women be responsible.
I hear that.
That's
So
all
like
I be saying, bro.
Ricky, let me ask you this. What do we mean by when we have to check a woman? What do we mean by that? Or why? No, I'm just saying, how do you put that in context?
Who, me?
Anybody. Listen, okay, so every so often you got to check your woman, your wife, or whatever, because they might say something or do something untoward, right? It doesn't have to be major, but you nip it in the bud when you see it.
It depends on the man, our pain to me. It depends on the
What I'm saying, but we all say that once in a while. We have to check.
You know what? I gotta say something. I gotta say something.
Hold on.
I've been listening. Okay,
hold on.
go ahead.
I'm gonna finish you quick. I hear what you're saying. Second is making her aware, right? I can't force a grown woman to do nothing she don't want to do. I'm gonna make you aware of it, and if you don't move how I need you to move, I'm gonna make the correct choice.
That's
it's
the
just that simple, right?
Disconnect we have. Okay, I got you. I'm with you now. I mean, these are good points. I hear you. Thank God.
I tell you, here's what you do, Black man.
Okay. This is what I gotta say.
Every time you have sex with her, you put a little money in a pot. If she can decide how good or bad her birthday and Christmas is gonna be.
All right,
let me say this to you guys. I've always said this all the time, right? Women are just some beautiful creature that knows how to fuck men up. That's number one. You see, a little kid, right? When a little child doesn't want to do something, they come up with every excuse not to do it. That's what kids do. And we also have to understand that the difference between kids and women is just not that distance. The only difference is that the women bore the kids. But at the age of 16, a woman stops growing. You guys can argue as much as you want to argue. That's fine. But I got to tell you, a woman stops maturing after the age of 16.
Oh, Jesus.
If my woman comes to me and tell me she's not going to give me sex, I'm not going to even debate with her. I'm not going to argue with her. I'm not going to go crazy with her. I'm just going to be like, okay, I will wrap up my dick and keep it where it belongs. But guess what? She doesn't have the right to. She doesn't have the right to tell me who I'm going to smash the next day. Because you know what? She made her bed. She's going to lay on it. I am not going to have a conversation with my woman before our marriage. How many times we're going to have sex? Hell no. I'm not going to have that conversation. I'm a full-blown Igbo man from Nigeria. You got a wife, you got a side chick. That's how you do it.
This thing says side chick.
So if she fuck up,
that's the deal.
You know where to go to.
Side chick.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? It's simply what it is. It's simply what it is. Like, you can't tell me you ain't gonna give me none and think you out your fucking mind. You're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to deal with it. It's gonna be an open conversation whenever you're ready to have it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah,
I took one for the Gipper and shit.
What the sister said, she was like, I don't like to admit it, but men do let us get away with stuff. Why? You supposed to be a grown-ass woman. This what I don't get, right? Even the good ones, right? Even the ones that say they good. Are you my child? Because what I always say, BMU, if that's the case, we have to be honest and realize there's a hierarchy here.
Yes.
Y'all don't never want to admit that.
Yes.
We got to be honest and say, if it's my job to keep you in place, there's a hierarchy here. Who's on top of it? Y'all don't never want to have that conversation because that means as a woman, you have to admit I'm better than you. I'm above you. I'm responsible for you. And that means I get to control you. That means all these safety features that y'all have built in place need to be eliminated. Because I can spank my children.
It's a one take that Mr. Let Go has that women sometimes are like children. And believe it or not, that's the one take women don't kick his ass over. They shut up when he says that.
No, they're not like children. They're not children.
They're not children, though.
They're not children. They're not like children. The problem is we as men, we keep picking these smooth-brained ass women who act like this. Stop choosing them.
That's why they act like children.
Stop.
But you're right. I mean, I'm not arguing with you.
Tell a woman straight up, if you don't act like an adult, I can't
I'm
deal
out.
with you.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. To speak to what we were talking about earlier, our pain. Say, for instance, you and your woman was in the bed, and all of a sudden, little our pain just don't want to work no more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Whose fault is that? Is that your wife's fault or your fault?
Yeah, it's her fault for not turning my ass off.
No, I don't. She did her part. She showed up for work. All of a sudden,
Okay, so
our pain don't want to work no more. You know what I'm saying?
It's not her fault.
Right. So that means you'd have to go to the doctor, right? Get checked out.
That's right.
Maybe change your diet. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing, and do what it takes. Well, how come women can't do the same?
Because
how come they can't go to the doctor? How come they can't go to the doctor to see what's wrong with them? Here's the thing: they're the first ones. Let me finish. They're the first ones to say, "Our pain." Let me finish. They're the first one. Let me finish. They said they're the. Let me finish.
I didn't say anything.
Let me finish.
Go ahead, brother.
They are the first ones to say, "My body, my choice."
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, they want you to be responsible. You know what I'm saying, for their emotions and their well-being. Well, guess what? If it's your body and your choice, you need to go to the doctor, spend your money, and get your body fixed. You know, they spend money on everything else. Why not make sure your mental is straight? Why not make sure that your physical is straight? You know what I'm saying? Find out exactly what the combination is of what it is that you don't understand what your body's doing. But here's my whole thing. The minute that they don't do what they're supposed to do and you decide you want to step out, the first thing I'm going to say, when he cheated, that's ready for divorce. That's an excuse. You know what I mean? And you know the sad part about it is they'll go out and have sex with somebody else and get pregnant by somebody else and then still blame you. You see what I'm saying? So my whole thing is this.
You weren't there for me enough.
Exactly. You were always busy working. I was
you
lonely.
Always paying the bill.
You know what I'm saying?
You stay paying the car note. You stay paying the insurance, and it just pushed me into another man's arms.
I can give you guys a real, world example. Can I give you guys a real world example that doesn't change anything you guys are saying?
That is the real world shit.
No, wait, hold on. So my wife is older, like she's like me, right? So she's been through her change and stuff, and it has some changes. So I said, well,
so y'all met on the Titanic.
Wait, let me just say this.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So she had to go to the doctor and talk some shit out and all that kind of stuff. And that's what she did. But I said, well, what you gonna do about it? That's what I said. Well, she said, I gotta go get some this and that and blah 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 blah. And so that's what she did. So all I'm just trying to say is if something happened to me that way, I'd be obligated to go get something to fix my shit too. So but we had a conversation about it. So if I would have just slept on it and she said, well, I'm through my change, I don't want to have sex no more. I said, well, we're not having that. And that's not a good idea.
If something was wrong, would you need inspiration or encouragement to go get it fixed?
Well,
take your time. I know that's a doozy.
No, what you said, will I give a time limit to do it?
No, I'm asking if something was wrong on your end, where you were the issue while y'all weren't having sex, would you need encouragement or inspiration to go to the doctor and get it fixed, or would you go and just handle it?
Yeah, but you know what? It wouldn't just be for her. It would be for me too. I would shit. I said, you know what I'm saying? Shit, wasn't working.
Are women not enjoying sex too?
No. What I'm saying, no. I answer.
It's for her too.
I know what you're asking for, but I wouldn't do it just for her. Because if my shit wasn't working, I'd be worried about that shit for myself.
Understood. But my question is, do you need somebody to tell you to go get it?
No, because we're not fucking women, man.
But
women don't behave like we do.
Is she an adult?
Yeah, but okay. No, listen.
You know what I find funny?
How much
these adult women can go to college. They can sign loans for tens of thousands. Hold on. You giving them enough of a season pass? You giving them enough?
Okay.
They can take a loan for tens of thousands.
No pass.
Hang on, R-Pain.
Okay.
You don't mute up. So every word you say, we can hear you.
Go ahead, man.
They can sign loans for tens of thousands of dollars. They can go get a bad loan at a bad time. My baby's mom just went and bought a house at the worst time in the world to go get one. And then got mad at me because I said she was stupid for buying a house when the interest rates are what they are. You're retarded. That's exactly what I said. That's stupid. You can do all of this stuff without needing any supervision, without needing any encouragement, without needing any advice, no wisdom, no nothing. But as soon as it comes down to making sure your man is taken care of, I don't know about that. You know, I got to call into a doctor show and ask him, is it me? I'm a PhD. Come on, man. Stop giving him a pass. She's an adult. She signed up to make sure that her husband is taken care of in the romance and the sexual department. She has an obligation.
I didn't say
she has
didn't.
An obligation.
But you just said, no lift up for their own devices, women make bad choices.
I don't believe that.
That's what, well, they do.
A
lot of them do. Listen, the women
they make selfish decisions.
Well,
that are smart for
and
them.
it turn out to be bad fucking choices. And so when they say that wait a minute, I'm gonna shut up here, Trey, for sure. When they say that we're the order to their chaos, that shit has meaning. That shit has meaning, man. Women are not fucking men, and they should have the same expectations we have of ourselves, but they ain't us. They're not. I mean, in our marriage, my marriage, I am more obligated to keep this shit together than my wife, even though it'd be nice if she did all the shit. But it's my fucking responsibility.
But what's the one thing? What's her one obligation, R-Pain?
to keep it drained.
Yeah,
to keep it drained.
What's her one obligation? Right?
Yeah, to fulfill the whole life.
Exactly. But let me land this plane for you so we can move on, right? Notice how in the call she called it like it was his problem and not hers.
Yep.
What I'm saying is this: everything else you saying is spot on, but that's her fucking responsibility. The one she has, and you trying to let her off the hook because he didn't check.
Well, she's just different.
I hear you, man. I give up. I'm not trying to let her off the hook, man. But yeah, I hear that.
It's the one thing they're responsible for, the one thing they can control. She's controlling her mental to say she don't want to see. You see what I'm saying? She's controlling her mind to say she doesn't want to fuck her husband. That's her doing it to herself. So there's nothing he could say, could do. He could buy that bitch the world. But once her mind's made up,
all right, man. Listen, the argument's over. You know what? I win, but I'll give you guys a point.
No, you take
Hey, remind me not to take R-Pain fishing. He greasing the hook, man. We gonna catch nothing. We gonna starve to death.
Yeah, R-Pain. Basically, I'm telling you, man, R-Pain is the person. If he was working TSA, if I came through the line, he'd be like, "No, stand to the side, sir." But a woman could come through and say, "My pussy," and he'll be like, "Go ahead, come on through." I mean, you know, it's just like he's just saving them. Listen, I'm with you, Trey. I'm with you, Trey. If they can sign loans, they can sign leases, they can go to college and get PhDs. You mean tell me you smart enough to tell me what a criminal look like, but you ain't smart enough to get your husband no pussy? I'm a PhD. You smart enough to do an ultrasound on the woman and tell her what she's having, but you can't give up no pussy? You smart enough to know, listen, this is the most common thing. You know when the car insurance is due at your house. You know when the mortgage is due. You know when the payments need to be made. You know when the baby's got a dentist appointment. You know when the baby's got to go to the doctor and get their yearly checkup. You know when you got to go to the doctor and get your yearly checkup. But you can't look over to your left in the bed at night and say, I got to get this man some pussy. Go ahead, Rick.
My sister, Miss Locks the Smile, said, "You're right, Trey, but if the man doesn't set the standards, we would lean more on our emotions." Why? You know better. Why don't you do better? So you telling me as a woman, you know you be on bullshit, but you want me to fix it.
Miss Locks understands. That's all.
Is that what? Hold on, because y'all, we got to hear it the right way, right? So if that's what you're saying, Miss Locks, are you acknowledging that the man is over you? Ooh. Is that an acknowledgement? Because if that's the case, then we can start beginning and having an honest conversation on how y'all just be out of pocket.
She said, yeah.
Okay, then, right? So that means when I say, get your ass in this bed and toot it up, You're supposed to do it, right?
You hear what I said?
Yeah. When I tell you this money's supposed to go here and there, you supposed to do it, right? When I tell you, no, baby, this ain't the right time, you're supposed to say what? Yes, daddy, and keep going, right? Is that the case?
Oh my God.
Is that the case?
She said yes.
No, she was answering the questions.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about this last question. Is that the case?
She said she do those
Yeah,
things.
she said yes on that question. On the last one, she said yes.
Okay. If you got your husband, shout out to him.
Hey, well, you need to let the other women know this because they not seeming to get the message.
Yeah, well, Anissa is one of them. Anissa is in the crowd right now talking shit.
Much thanks
Man,
to
you know, are you talking about Anissa? Come on, man. Anissa, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
And you know what? The other day, I don't know if you guys watched it. The other day, Anissa clearly sat on this panel and admitted that white women are better than black women when it comes to relationships. If you missed it, I'm gonna cut it real quick and put it up.
Was this on Tuesday?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Anissa said, "I've come to the realization of understanding why black men are choosing to date women outside their race. It's because they're more softer. They're soft. They're more understanding." I couldn't believe it. I damn near lost my mind. I said, I know it's not Anissa talking. They're saying these white women are softer and they're more approachable than black women. Oh God, I never thought I'd see the day. But
you
she
know,
found
a black man.
She got her.
I can learn.
Go ahead.
You know, a black man. I can learn to love green bean casserole. You know
hear
what I'm saying? I can learn to love that.
I don't know, Loss. I like my food heavily seasoned.
I just want to say this.
I don't know if I could do it.
I just want to say this. Shout out to the melanated husband and wife for understanding their role. Shout out to y'all. Because if you're living that life and you're married, I'll pray for you that something can work out. If you're not married and you just out here slanging, you putting yourself in a very dangerous situation in life right at this point. And it's just unfortunate that we spend a lot of years just slanging and banging, not building and uniting. It's just scary. So y'all protect yourself, whatever y'all do. Don't be out here uncovered, just raw dogging it. Protect yourself. And if you want to be married, look for a wife. You want to be if you want a husband, ladies, look for a husband. But you better make a deal real quick because time is running out.
So get into a marriage so your wife can call into a show and say, "I don't want to touch my husband."
Well,
No,
you better
don't marry them chicks.
Choose wisely. That's it.
You guys keep saying, I don't think you guys understand that there are no women out here. I think you guys think that there's an abundance of these women. I don't know how to keep breaking this down to you. 80% of black women are automatically disqualified off top. Before we can even get to anything else, 80% of them are already done.
Go find the 20 that's available.
Okay. Hey, while we're at it, I'll go look for the pot of gold and the lucky horseshoe and the 4-leaf clover while we're at it.
For every one black man, there's 12 black women.
That doesn't mean that the 12 are of a standard. That don't mean they meet the standard.
I'm gonna keep it G with y'all. Me and my wife, we went to see Cat Williams this last weekend, right? Great show. If he's in y'all town, go see it, man. Women see me come in there with my wife and was still trying to throw me their number.
Oh yeah, Rick, hold on, Rick. Pause just for a second. Women think this. I'm gonna tell you something. Women think that ring is a deterrent from females. That shit brings them in. They see that ring, they be like, "Oh Lord, no good, no real commitment. All I gotta do is be attracted to this man, get that dick, move forward." Like them rings don't do nothing. They don't give a fuck about no ring. Man, what?
Crazy. I told the one chick, she smiled. I was like, "You seen my wife, didn't you?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Bitch, if you don't get out my face," it was crazy.
Disrespectful.
What is disgusting?
Rick, where they do that at, man? Where
Minneapolis.
Now, I do want to say this. I want to take a break real quick, guys, before we get back into the conversation, because our pain and just stirred the pot. Nissa in there being toxic in the chat as usual. Nissa, if you want to call in, you can, baby. It's at the top of the chat. Anyway, let's see here. Let's get to these super chats. Let's see here. Where did I stop at last time? Okay, all right, Quincy. Quincy, he says, always a pleasure, brother. $5 super chat, man. Thank you so much, my brother. We got Embrace the Grace with her verse in her Bible. She has Embrace the Grace Bible. This is Embrace chapter 1, verses 41. She said, less nagging and more gagging. Shut the fuck up. All right, thank you so much, Embrace the Grace. All right, we got Big Ann in the building with the $10 super chat. He says, respect to the panel and Pain. What the hell? Everybody's upset with Pain's. This simping for the last 3 weeks. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if his wife whooped him or put him into some type of submission. But we're going to get that taken care of. Thank you for the $10 super chat. All right, we got Scorched Earth in the building. He said, I'm with Trey and I'm separated. Ain't worth it. Come on. All right, let me give y'all a little something. And then we'll be right back. J Moss.
I'm on it now. EQ. For Jam. Remix. You don't be liking what I did. You don't be liking what I said. But it ain't a prerequisite. Whether it works in your head. Yeah. Oh, these 60 seconds of mine. I get to say whatever's on my mind. Yeah. You ain't even gotta say nothing. I'm on the let me carry on. To say what I put on my page, what I wanted to say. I ain't even gotta ask you, and I don't wanna have to drag you. What I wanted to say, but it's mine. Just what I put on my page, what I wanted to say. What I put on my page is what I wanted to say.
That's dope.
Man, that boy, Jay boy. Anyway, thank you guys for that. We got grooming and reviews in the building tonight. The man and the myth.
The legend.
Look at that fine head of hair. Look at that fine head of hair.
Ladies and gentlemen, grooming and reviews is in the building tonight. When he comes in, we like to give him the floor because he has a special little thing that he likes to do for the ladies when he comes up.
Fuck
and
you.
we want to make sure that he go ahead and handle his business.
Fuck it, why not?
Flex on him, grooming, flex on him, man.
Oh, by the way, so you know I'm 23 pounds lighter now too.
Hey man, congratulations, brother. Man, you boy.
That's that Greek magic. Y'all don't know nothing about that.
No, man. Lady, that's that Greek. Yeah, that's that Greece magic, ladies. If you don't know anything about that.
That Greece lightning.
Let's see here. Now, Anissa said, Trey, she sent me a video about 50 beautiful, successful women. They are out there. Listen, I did watch the video. They are successful women, but we don't know about those women until they start talking. Listen, we have to stop judging women by their degrees and start judging them by their mindsets.
Now, notice she said successful women. She didn't say beautiful wives. She said she talked about it. She talked about their job and their career. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Your job, man.
Yeah, I don't care about how much money you make. I don't care. It's talking about success. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Let me tell you something, man. Trey, here's the problem, man. Black Man and Rick and Trey Ferg and R. Payne, they have lived long enough to know that there is a difference between successful wives and successful women. You see what I'm saying? I can assure you that we have lived long enough to know the difference. That's the main reason why we don't settle for the BS. Let me explain to you why. Women back in the day, they used to have this thing where they used to give a shit about you. You know what I'm saying? When you came to a woman's house of value, a wife of value, the first thing they ask you is, can I get you anything?
You don't hear
Service
that
right
no
off
more.
the
Come
bat.
on, you preaching. Come on,
Service right off the bat.
Service off the bat.
They'll bring you something to drink. You know what I'm saying? They'll ask you, have you eaten? When was the last time a woman asked you, Trey, have you eaten today?
Ooh.
Think about it.
Hang on, I can actually answer that. So I wasn't with y'all on Tuesday because I was on a date.
Come on.
And that woman, she didn't ask me what I ate. She said, "I'm going to the Walmart to grab a Gatorade. Do you want one?" Because it was at that. I met her at the gym.
It's in the same neighborhood.
And it kind of made me go, You know what I mean? It was one of those.
Yeah.
You didn't need to do that. You know what I mean? They sell Gatorade right here, but she was already going over there to get one. Right. I think it was just a thought that she wanted to. Hey, I make sure because I didn't have one.
Right.
And we wanted going out on a date on Tuesday. And actually, it wasn't bad, man. We're gonna go out again tomorrow. We'll see where this thing goes. But I like the fact that she actually thought about me versus, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's a wonderful thing, Doc.
You know what I mean? It was a little bit different
wonderful
to hear her say, "Hey, I'll grab you something. I'm on my way to going to go get this. I'll grab something for you." And again, we're not in a relationship. I don't even think I had her number yet. I think I only had her Instagram. I got her number when she came back with the Gatorade.
Right. See, that's what I'm talking about, Black man. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference. Yeah. Back in the day, when you used to walk into a successful wife's house, you would know that a wife lived there because there was the air of delicious food in the air. Either she had just cooked or finished cooking. I remember anytime you go to an older woman's house, you could smell apple pie in the air. You could smell dinner in there. The dinner met you at the door. Yeah, as soon as you pulled up to the house and you cracked that door, the whiff got you. You knew love was on the stove waiting on you.
Come on, man.
Not only that, they would talk to you like you had some sense. How was your day, dear? Simple stuff like that. Ask you how you doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, I used to watch my granddad and grandmom do that little thing. One thing about it, my granddad never had to ask for anything to eat, and my grandmother never had to ask him to take out the trash. You know what I'm saying?
My God. So it was genuine reciprocation.
Right. Now, here's the difference. Women of today don't think about you at all. All they do is they have a list of things that you're supposed to do and say you're supposed to do these things. And that's the main reason why they're acting a fool over this soft guy era, where the guys have taken the list and flipped it and gave it back to them, scratched out where it says my man should and wrote in my girl should and gave it back to him. And now they acting a fool.
It's some of the funniest shit I've seen in a long time.
I swear. Now they understand what they're saying is unreasonable. I mean, they all in the comment chat acting a fool.
And the women didn't mind back in the day not giving up no pussy. Those women that were the ones that wanted to be wise, they didn't mind telling. Listen. It was women that will be in the church and tell you something just like this.
You won't treat me like no side hoe. Hey, car, I'm loved by the best.
So you know, she said, "You're not gonna treat me like no side hoe. I'm loved by the best." And so that's what we're dealing with. So let me ask you guys this question. This question is are you able to tell your woman the truth? Is it okay? Are you able to say, wife, you look like a Dr. Pepper can in that dress. Why did you buy that? Baby, your ass stink. Baby, you're sweating a little. Baby, your breath. Baby, your hair. Baby, you smell like skunk sex this evening. Did you go jogging last night? Are you able to tell your wife the truth without her getting violent, upset, cutting you off from sex? I want to play this video first, and I want y'all ponder that question because I want to play this video first, and then we'll get into it. When this woman asked this man, "How do you like the peach cobbler?" and the man gave her an honest answer, and she responded violently. Here we go.
How that peach cobbler tasting?
It's all right. I had better at the school cafeteria.
Hey, babe, how that peach cobbler tasting?
It's all right. I had better at the school cafeteria.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Uncle Ricky, are you able to tell your woman the truth without getting a pan thrown at your fucking head? Go ahead, bro.
My woman, right?
Yeah.
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 After years of battles and misunderstandings, you goddamn right.
Now let's do it from a genuine perspective. Do you think that men are able to just tell their women the truth?
Most no. No, they love being lied to. I'm trying to tell you. We lie because we don't want to hurt your feelings.
Did you hear what I said?
They don't want to listen. He should have knew that cobbler was nasty anyway. It was on a plastic plate.
And it was laying down.
Yeah, come on.
And it was laying down, Rick. I ain't never seen no peach cobbler just lay down. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
It wasn't no ice cream.
How did
No
peach
ice
cobbler
cream.
taste?
Crack straight.
It's all right. I had better at the school cafeteria.
Hey, she slapped the shit out of him with that pan, though.
Right, with a metal pan, but ain't put that man food on a glass plate. Just goddamn
Right.
Trey up there killing his fucking self
like that.
Hey, she slapped the shit out of his ass with that pan.
This benefits.
Hey,
I'm telling y'all
what he
about it.
said was hilarious, but that pan is funny as fuck.
One more time.
Hey, babe, how did peach cobbler tasting?
It's all right. I had better at the school cafeteria.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, man. Jesus Christ.
They gave that man a bunch of canned peaches on him. Hey, he had no crust, no cinnamon, no dumplings. Just give this man peaches.
That's why for restaurants, a lot of these women were starved, man. They can't cook. Goddamn shame.
Y'all got me in
Gave
fucking
this man
tears.
some peaches and some juice.
I'm surprised that she expected that Marie Callender's peach cobbler to be better than that.
Boy, Marie
You know,
Callender
get
way
out
better
of
than
here.
this.
Oh shit!
It don't take much to put some cinnamon sugar on top of that foolishness, man.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Because I remember my grandmother growing up and telling my cousins that the way to get a man was to cook for him. Like she used to tell them that all the time.
Yeah.
Growing up, that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach.
Yeah.
I know one of the things. If you can cook, you certainly you definitely starting ahead of some other women. If you can get down in the kitchen, I'm paying you a lot more attention than I'm paying women who are going to the store and shopping in the frozen food aisle. That's for damn sure.
That's what my wife used to catch my attention was cooking. Fed me, and but when I was like, oh snap, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, I was like, let me see what she about. You know
But isn't that a part of the whole? Like, okay, so y'all can correct, y'all are married, so y'all can correct me if I'm wrong here. But when I see the courting phase, this is a lot of this, or even dating, whatever you want to call it. It's about showing, look, this is what it would be like if you were with me.
Yes, exactly.
So the cooking portion of this is what it would be like if you were with me. And I think today, from the woman's side, we don't get this is what it would be like if you were with me. We get this is what you would have to do for me if you were with me.
Right.
That's crazy, bro.
That's why these women trying to black man. That's why these women trying to pass off these unsweetened patty pies made from great value, talking about didn't cook it. Man, don't you know we had grandma?
I know anything when it come out the box,
real
bro.
pie tastes like. It's what I'm saying.
I could tell you in a second if something come out of our box of can, bro.
Man, Mr. Bennett, we got Mr. Bennett in the building tonight. What's going on, Mr. Bennett?
What's good, gentlemen? How are you?
What's happening, Mr. Bennett?
Mr. Bennett, have you watched any of this show tonight?
No, I just came on. I just caught the last segment with the video you just played. So
how do you feel about the pan coming at this man's head?
Oh, no, that's violence. That's DB, man, straight up. So hey, it is what it is.
One more time for you, Mr. Bennett.
How did peach cobbler tasting?
It's all right. I had better at the school cafeteria.
Hey, babe, how did peach cobbler taste?
So yeah.
Oh my
Well,
God.
to be fair, he was verbally abusive first.
He was telling the truth. They were abusing the truth. They were abusing the truth.
His brother Trey.
She got some Wonder Bread and pour some peaches on top of it. Fuck that. He told her the fucking truth. Shit. Get the fuck out of here.
But Trey, I know you were talking about the cooking partner, but I've shared many times on this podcast my wife's Rapper's Delight version of mac and cheese the first time. So if that's any indication, it doesn't always start out that way, but it wasn't a requirement for me because I've been cooking since I was about 8. So I could always, my mom, as many problems I had with my mom growing up, the one thing I can always say is she had me in the kitchen early. Plus back in the day, we had home economics in grammar school. So we had kitchens, we knew how to bake, we knew how to do all that stuff back then. So the cooking part, I was like, look, I'm gonna eat regardless. So I didn't have that as a requirement that she had to be this great cook. I guess I was looking for other requirements. So I can't speak to your question.
But she did meet. But she did meet other requirements.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my God!
You know, doggone well them pies unsweet, man. Quit playing. Ain't got no nutmeg, no nothing.
This what I'm saying though. I can cook. Right. I can burn. But I don't want to. A woman can pay bills, but she don't want to. Right? So if she don't want to pay no bills and I don't want to cook, it sounds like a match made in heaven to me.
Yes.
Hey, Anissa, you can cut that grass, but you don't want to.
Right.
I mean, it's funny because Brother Ben said he wasn't looking for a woman to cook. Me, I was opposite. That was one of my requirements to have someone that could cook. Now, I didn't need nobody, I didn't need nobody to say I'm gonna be in the kitchen every day, But listen, I don't eat takeout food on no holiday. I don't give a damn, and no birthday. So if you ain't cooking on no holiday or no birthday, I ain't got time for you. I ain't coming over. I ain't exchanging gifts with you. None of that. That was just me. My wife took me some food. I took her to a meat market. She never been to the meat market before, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get everything. We got so much good food. She made me some ribs. I've been licking that fingers off that food ever since I met her. And we eat good. I ain't gonna lie. So
I do have a question for y'all. It's not being able to cook a red flag or a yellow flag.
That's a big old red flag in my house.
So I'll give you my opinion on that, Payne, because I cook for a living. I cook, in the kitchen 11, 12 hours a day. You really fucking think I'm going to want to cook when I get home? Absolutely not. The only time I cook is on special occasion. I do it now because my mother is obviously fighting cancer. So that's an exception. If I was married, her ass is make sure I have my meal ready on my table when I get home.
Yeah, but is the requirement for you though that much higher because you are a chef?
Say that one more time.
I'm
saying two different questions you're going.
I'm saying, is the requirement for you though, since you are a chef, does she need to be like at that chef level? There's levels.
It doesn't be a chef level. Okay. No, absolutely not. All right. Because there are also different type of chef levels. Think about it. You have like Ramsay, who is like the #1 chef in the world. Then you have the very low end chefs too. So you can't really compare my skill level versus somebody else. Like if me and you went head on a cook off, who's gonna win? That is a question. I'm like, I have a higher chances, but you could win too. Doesn't mean because I'm a chef professionally, I can win every time. So you had a question too.
Well, my worry would be R-Pain is it's for me. It's a red flag, but it's not so much a red flag for me. I can cook my own food, right? I'm domesticated per se, right? But it's for the kids. Like,
well, let me say this.
How you gonna feed them kids?
But let me say this to your question. See, listen. The reason why I say it's a yellow flag or red flag, and let me put it into context, because cooking is something you can learn to do. The issue is, does she want to cook or not cook? That's the red flag.
Yes.
If she's lacking,
is it not?
And she's willing to learn, then let's just cook. That's just a cookbook away.
I ain't got time for
my question is this. My question is this: do you, as a man, find it weird when a woman doesn't like to cook?
Well, in the modern era, no. But back in my day, I would.
See, I'm gonna make a meme for you. It's gonna be called. I'm gonna make a meme for him. It's gonna be called Pussy Pass. He giving out passes tonight.
Let me explain something to you, man.
He got 2 daughters. Can your daughters cook? Were they taught how to cook?
Yes, they can.
Okay, so what we
because
talking
about? Their mother taught them. Because I cook. We taught them. But what I'm saying is the average modern woman, can they cook? I don't know. You guys are out in the dating field. It seems like they can.
RP, let me explain something to you. You know how women can't go back on lifestyle? Well, I can't go back on my palate because I know what real food tastes like. And I ain't settling for no foolishness. I come from a long line of grandmamas who knew how to burn, and I have a taste. I have a requirement. I have a standard of what it takes to keep this Greek god of a body going and operating at peak efficiency. You see what I'm saying? So I can't put no trash in this fine Maserati over here. You expect me to have the same capabilities.
No 87, huh?
No 87, man. None of that foolishness. Here's my thing, man. Cooking has more to do with home economics than it does anything else.
Okay.
All that money that you spend on going out and all that stuff, that can be filtered somewhere else, like going on a trip or investing it for retirement, other stuff. When you get somebody who can't cook or refuse to cook, that is actually hustling backwards. You ice skating uphill, man. You fighting against yourself.
I didn't see. That's why I made the distinction. You guys keep jumping to the goddamn extremes.
That's not an extreme.
Hang on. 1 second.
If a woman refuses to cook and can't cook, that's different than a woman who can cook but willing to learn.
No. That's no, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay,
a woman who is willing to cook is somebody who seeks knowledge and wisdom.
Okay.
Somebody who says, "Hey, I can learn." The only reason they're doing that is so they can please you, so they can get what they want. That's a totally different energy.
She can't be honorable while learning.
No, what I'm saying is, Mr. Payne, is that
Okay.
why would you want to be with any kind of creature that don't know how to feed themselves?
Oh God damn it! You know, man, you guys are
So here's my pushback with you, Chef. Here's my pushback.
Okay.
Hang on. Hear me out.
We're talking about basic survival here, you know.
So cooking is one thing. My biggest pet peeve is if she's not willing to try different foods. Her mind's not open to try different things. I mean, personally. So if I bring, say, a piece of feta, traditional feta from overseas, it costs me about $20 a pound. And she's literally, no, I'm not gonna try that shit. You even put it in your mouth to try it. How are you gonna be so mind closed? Even though you willing, you need to take a little piece and try it.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
We're gonna fight here, Rick.
I thought I was the only one.
Yeah. Try it. Come on, stop it.
Let me ask you a question, both of you. Have you had real Greek feta or American feta? Two different things.
I've had both, and I don't like either one of them. So
It's probably was American for me.
It's acquired taste.
I've had them both, and both of them were disgusting.
Personal opinion. So like you know, the
goddamn right.
Personal opinions are like personal assholes.
Everybody got one, bro.
And they all stink.
Yes, sir.
Except like BMU usually lemon salt on his ass.
Well, Mr. Bennett came in at the right time because we do have some super chats here that I want to get off here. Let's see what we got. All right, Big Ant with the $10 super chat. Thank you, man. He said, BMU, if I could find a woman that could make a sweet potato pie like grandma used to make, bruh, I'm not going to get married, but I'll be faithful. Listen, thank you so much, man, for that.
That's so funny.
You know
So
what,
he'll
Big
keep it
Ant?
in his pants.
You know what, Big Ant? I'm all about bringing people together, and I think I have the perfect woman for you for this $10 super chat. We have sausage biscuit in the building too.
They said big bag bitch get to the bag. They said big bag bitch you want a snack. Well this big bag bitch she got the stack. So put big bag bitch clothes on the rack. Ooh, on the macaroni. Move and shake it for me. Ooh, we shaking it quick and the brands are phony. Ooh, the brands are phony. Ooh, they need a Tony. They need an Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, cause the shit baloney. The way they be faking like they're making all the sizes. If you ain't got at least a 4X, you ain't trying. Ooh, so give it to us, baby. Give us a got. Give it to us when we step on the spot. Ooh, ba-ba, 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 ba-ba.
Shout out to Ashley. That's the 80s. That's the 80s rap beat right there. They took it out from the 80s, man.
Louisiana,
Best rap era ever.
Come on,
something is wrong with you, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Big N, for that super chat. I appreciate it, man. That was sausage biscuit, man. If y'all want to see,
Did she say if it ain't a 4X, you ain't trying?
You ain't trying.
That's what she said, bro.
That's funny as hell, man. That was a great line.
Again, guys, I just want to say, guys, keep sending those super chats and those cash apps. I will definitely get her back up there for you.
Thank you.
Now what Trey has done and allowed us to do with his without copyright infringement is allow us to have these little snippets for the super chats and the cash apps from his exes. So he's no longer with them, so he doesn't care if we put him on the screen. So thank you so much, Trey Taylor, for allowing us to put him on the screen.
Trey,
I'm scared to ask.
Somebody else sent a $5 or more super chat right now. I'll give you his other ex. Now that was Sausage Biscuit. We have Lupa here as well. So send in a $5 super chat, and I will also play his ex Lupa. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate it. Mr. Bennett, you didn't get a chance to see the other videos. Information Man is in the building tonight.
What's up, y'all? Peace.
Information Man, we don't have any anger or upset about putting this car in reverse, backing it back up, and tagging these conversations because, and I want to start dyslexic. I want to start it from the back and go back up to the front, simply because I think it's important. Information Man and Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett saw it already. Information Man, I want to know what you think about this.
It's all right. I had better at the school cafeteria.
All right. Information Man, if that were your woman and she asked you how the peach cobbler was, and you said you had better at a school cafeteria, and she chunked the damn pan at your head, what happens next?
Oh, that wouldn't work in my situation. So I wouldn't work. That type of aggression from a woman, you probably could see that aggression before it even gets to that point right away. You should, but not my cup of tea, man.
I understand.
Sometimes we have to also understand that, women lie about their age, right?
Mm-hmm.
They lie about many things. And sometimes people say they want to hear the truth, but a lot of times they really want to be lied to because the truth can hurt. And I think women sometimes are very sensitive about their age. That's why they'll lie about their age. They'll dye their hair. They'll do many things to keep their vanity because they grow up in a society where their beauty, their looks, is what society has put them on the pedestal of. You see? So when you tell them the truth about something, or that dress doesn't look really good on you, even though they'll tell you, hey, be honest with me, some women, this is not for all, it can backfire on you to a certain degree based on how that woman has been preconditioned in society around how she sees beauty. And particularly black women, because historically black women have been demonized as not being beautiful and being held to a European standards. That's psychological effects that have occurred in our society over years. So black women have always been sensitive about their hair, all these various things. These are just facts, gentlemen.
All right. Thank you for that. Now, I'm going to go back to this one. Our Pain, he likes to stir shit in a pot of gumbo and ruin it for everybody. So Embrace the Grace, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Embrace the Grace says, thank you, Embrace. She says, keep the stomach full, nut sacks empty. She said chapter 2, verse 3. They're from Embrace the Grace Bible, guys. So if you haven't picked that Bible up, make sure you go and order that Bible. I think you can buy it through Anissa's website, anissasextremes.org. So make sure you go over and buy it at anissaextremes.org. All right. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Now, I do want to play this one again. I think it's important that we play this one again. Mr. Bennett, you can get on this one, Grooming Reviews as well. Information, man. Y'all didn't see this one.
Okay.
This lady called into a show about her husband, and this is what she said.
No interest in having sex with my husband at all. And I'm kind of at a point where I don't really know what to do about it because I know, while I may not need it, I know he needs it. And it's getting very challenging for me because I'm just kind of in this, please don't touch me. I don't want to be touched. And I want to have sex.
Of course.
But I don't.
Excellent. I imagine you're not telling a whole bunch of people that. Is that fair?
No, I think I've mentioned it to 2 girlfriends.
Okay.
One agreed with me and one was like, what are you talking about?
Okay. So number one, I want you to know you are absolutely not crazy. You're not alone. Okay. And not alone to the tune of millions. Okay. So you're not nuts.
In the tune of millions of women.
In front of the millions.
And millions. women that don't have. He said you're not crazy. That's the last part. Everything else, okay, we heard it, but the last part is the most important. When we talk about sexless marriage, that was it. He said you are not crazy for not wanting to have sex with your husband. Matter of fact, you're not even alone. Matter of fact, it's even bigger than that. You are among millions of women that don't have sex with their husbands. Information man, what are your thoughts?
I think the marriage is dead in that situation, right? If a woman does not want to have sex with her husband, I think that's a sign that the relationship is dead, because sex is a very essential and very important part of a relationship. So I think it's already a deal, a done deal. And then we don't know as well what's going on sexually in their relationship, because there are quite a few women who are with men who can't satisfy them. Just keeping it real with y'all. There are a lot of women who do not experience orgasms or a proper orgasm. Maybe they're faking it or whatever with whoever, but realistically, the relationship's dead. There's some reason why, psychologically or physical, that she doesn't want him to touch her. Maybe she's not turned on by him anymore. Maybe she doesn't desire him anymore. And we know that there are some women that will change their mind emotionally and wake up and say, hey, I don't want to be married to your ass no more. And, and then you looking like boo-boo the fool, like how the hell did this happen? So I don't know. I don't have these problems. I feel this is what I want to say, though, Black Man Unfiltered. I feel like if as a brother, if your dick game is straight and you know how to make, a lot of guys don't know how to make love to women. They don't know how to foreplay. They don't know shit. Some guys don't deserve pussy. I'm sorry. Some guys just don't get women wet, don't make them feel, I'm sorry. Some dudes just don't. And that's just the reality. Some motherfuckers is born to be straight lovers and know how to connoisseur and fine wine a woman.
Like yourself, information man. Like yourself. Say it, information man. Like yourself.
And then they get the woman and they stop dating their woman, and the flame just sizzle out. Right? I'm not saying that a woman. I'm not saying that. If a man is doing what he's supposed to be doing for a woman and all of that, that she shouldn't just she should give him, because that's part of marriage, right? But sorry, gentlemen, some dudes is lame in the bed, and some motherfuckers don't deserve pussy. I'm sorry.
Now, information man, tell on your channel. On your channel, information man, you have a sound effect that says "Tell the truth."
Yeah,
and
brother,
when you say "Tell the truth," information man, when you look into the camera, you tell them. Y'all ain't got no good dick game, and y'all don't know how to make love to a woman like Big Daddy. Information man, you got to say it with some fucking heart into it. Information man, and tell them.
I'm just saying,
ain't nobody do it like information man. Goddamn it, tell them
like that. I'm just saying, some cats, some women are doing things to not satisfy their men as well. There's some shit going on there, but there's some dudes out here that they don't really.
Okay, I got a question for you, information man.
Hayes in the bed. They not Barry White,
Can I ask my man? Can I ask my man a question?
Man, you ask him anything about his dick game, I'm gonna take you off the panel.
No, I'm not. But listen, I don't worry about his dick game. I got my own dick to worry about. This is me asking the question. Listen,
Be immune. Chef has a package of blue pills stacked up about this high, ready to go.
Let me ask my question. You just mentioned something. So let's just say your dick game is great. Long-term marriage, but your dick game is still great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have to do certain things to keep your woman in the right frame of mind to want to have sex?
Yeah, I'll just put it to you like this. Once again, I'm going to say it again. If you become complacent and you become sort of like, I got her, I don't have to date my wife or date, my woman, just as you did when you just first met her, then in my opinion, the flame goes out in the relationship and in the sex bedroom goes out. Because you got to remember, women still like mystery. They still like mysterious men, and they still like you to charm their pants off of them. Right? And see, for me personally, because I enjoy sex with women, I enjoy the art of the whole thing. To me, it's It's like playing fucking PlayStation or Xbox, man. I'm gonna play that motherfucking game. I'm gonna play it till my fucking wheels fall off.
So let me say this to you, information man. You came up a little late. Did you see the last Temptation of Christ? When they were whipping them with those chains with the spikes in it.
What does got to do with
I said the same thing to these guys. I said the same thing to these guys, and they ripped every piece of skin off of my goddamn body.
Well, I'm not saying. Let me preface myself. I'm not saying to be a simp, but I'm saying if you're married, that means you have a commitment, right? I'm not talking about you do this with every woman that you meet.
No, of course
I'm
not.
talking about a woman that you're married to.
Yes,
that you have a commitment to. Because if you committed to her in a marriage or whatever, you actually have signed the goddamn contract, which means you want her to fulfill your sexual needs. Well, brother, you got to fulfill her sexual needs, right?
Well, you said it much more articulate than I did, because I would have saved myself from flogging.
Each man on this panel has a different way they go about handling their personal life, right? But for me, you know, I enjoy the challenge of it all. In exploring that woman's body and taking it to the next level as far as I can, you see?
Mr. Bennett, what do you think about the video?
As far as the millions part, yeah, I think that's a real thing. If you got a woman over 40 or 50, which is tens of millions of those, and if you get to, you know, where me and our pain are, you know, the ladies, they go through that stage, and yeah, desire can drop, you know, and you have to do other things, you know, to keep them stimulated, or at least to come to an agreement in terms of how, because what I notice is not so much they don't stop enjoying sex anymore. It's just that as far as their libido for sex drops. Once you get them into it, it's fine. But then it's like, you know, 10 minutes later, it's like we never, it's almost like we never did it. But yeah, we had to go through that. But it's like, you know, she's, you know, you got to remind her, say, oh, this is what it feels like. It's like, okay, I'm good. But as far as the initiation, or just the always, you know, like I said, for years, I never had to work for it. But after that period that we had to go through, it takes a little more, and it's certainly, but at the same time, she had to come to an understanding as well. That's like, look, this is food for our marriage. And so you got to stop looking at it from a emotional standpoint, or even a physiological one. If you're not necessarily turned on right away, but you understand how this ship is going to land, and it's going to land in a good place. And so again, that's part of also you doing your part to make sure that your woman is good. But yeah, but that libido, yeah, that can certainly drop off. But I have no doubt that it affects, you know, certainly millions of women, especially older women. But if you're young, if you're, you know, in good health and whatnot, if there's a problem, the only problem I had with the video was it seems like she was, and she said even a girlfriend sort of agreed with her that it was like, it was okay. You know what I mean? Like if you're a woman premenopausal and you just say you don't desire sex with your husband anymore, then you really have to look at what the problem is rather than trying to rationalize you not wanting to have it. So the fact that she seemed to be in that place where it's like, you know, she's trying to get him to accept where she is rather than saying, look, maybe I need to see somebody, or maybe we need to see somebody to deal with this issue. So even though it's common, and you can even say to a point that it's normal, but for the health of the marriage, it's not going to work. If she remains in that place, and it's okay to admit you have a problem. The problem is, for a lot of us, we got problems, and we just want to stay in our ways about things and not come to resolutions to help for the betterment of, you know, something bigger than yourself. It's about her, and not, you know, really thinking about him or their marriage. You got to think, you know, in that situation, you got to think of something that's bigger than yourself and do what's necessary to make sure that things stay moving the way they should.
Mr. Bennett, if I could ask you a question. I've always been told, I've been around, you know, older women. You hear women talk in beauty shops and things of this nature. I always was under the belief, unless the woman doesn't have like a sexual issue going on with the going through the changes hormonally. A lot of women, and maybe the ladies in the chat room can co-sign me on this, that they say that as they get older, they start to get hornier.
Well, they do say that, you know, look, I mean, they say a woman.
This is what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, they do say a woman, she's at her prime in her 40s.
Okay.
You know, so that again, but that's you're still talking about 10 years away from menopause. So it's almost like saying, okay, let me get my last in before he goes out.
But keep this
I've
in
heard that a
mind.
lot.
Women get into menopause at different stages. Some started early, some started late, depending on what's going on with their body. But I've just heard some older women say that they feel hornier or feel more desire for sex as they get older, right? And then there's a percentage of women that go for younger men because they want a younger man who they feel brings more energy and vitality. These are the things that you hear some women say. I'm not saying that it's facts, but these are the things you hear people gossiping about, right? So that's why I'm just asking as a general question.
Yeah,
I know we have experienced men on the panel.
Yeah, I think something that's missed in the dynamics of relationships and sex and marriage, having sex is that a lot of our diets are not healthy, and we don't really pay attention to that in the process of especially as husband and wife. Sometimes we get caught up in life and trying to take care of business, and we still don't take those times to really understand our health and communicate to each other about our health. My wife, she had transitioned to that stage where she was starting, and I've always been a big going to the doctor health buff. I want to know what's wrong before I try to guess it out. And I started getting her to go to the doctor more. And when she started understanding, understanding what the doctors were saying about her health and the changes, then that changed the game for us. She's healthier, I'm healthier. Hey, I don't have them problems that y'all be having out there. Hopefully no married guys having them. Single people, hey, you got to get in where you fit in. Just be careful on how you stick it in and where you stick it in. That cover that shit up, because that shit nasty.
You just heard this man say, you say you hope ain't no man going through that. But you just heard this doctor say she's not alone. She's amongst millions of women who are
I
not.
would want to know how many of those women actually cook their own food.
I can understand that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it may be something where they're eating out, eating artificial food, eating bad stuff, and now your sex drive don't work. I would love to see a study on that.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Drinking wine every day. Who wants to have sex with
we talked about
drunk flush?
We talked about also, I mean,
go ahead.
Having either too many partners, or again, if you're on certain
we get into that
hormones. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that can interrupt that that flow for sure.
Yeah, now, Mr. Bennett, I'm gonna say this. Hold on just a second. We're gonna get into what you just said. However, I was looking at this same video. This woman said, he said there's amongst millions. All those women, I don't think they'll have, because earlier our Payne, who went to the bathroom to take a shit, he's in the back. But
download the Google Home app, phone or tablet.
Okay, I didn't ask for that. But anyway, our Payne went to go take a shit. But he said, our Payne was giving women pass, all 95% of them sick. Half of them got diarrhea. It was just so many goddamn excuses I don't remember.
Yeah, bullshit, man. Come on.
Oh, you still here? I'm sorry.
Oh, goddamn. I heard you blaspheming me. Shit.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were still here. You still taking shit?
That's
there he is.
Listen, man,
I just
go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
It's millions of women that just don't want to do it. But I guarantee if that guy at work, show a little interest, or that coworker show a little interest, he could dick her down easily. I just think, I think we said this on Tuesday's show. Sometimes a lot of hoes are suppressed, and they suppress their hoism, and then they get married, and she's like, damn, last year I had 3 medium dicks, 2 big dicks, 2 extra large dicks, 2 small dicks, and a nigga that ran out of meat. And then I got married, and I'm with this nigga for the rest of my life. I'm tired of meat. I want to go get my variety back, right? And so, most women then they'll use your ass as an excuse. Our Payne, you didn't do enough. Our Payne, you weren't there for me like I should have.
Characterizing me so much, man. This is
but I'm gonna hop into somebody else real quick. Anissa, because Anissa was talking about pre-menopause, and she was like, "Listen, don't nothing stop her." Anissa said if she get her a glass of wine and a cup of orange juice, she bent over that fence and that thing is dripping like somebody poured a cup of water in it. So shout out to Anissa. Anissa says she like to just hang over the fence. And watch, and look at the neighbor's grass while somebody's in that ass. So And shout out to Anissa for sharing that with us. I appreciate it. Damn.
And these ladies, man, listen, I'm just reading some of the comments here. Actually, Tuesday night show was an eye opener for me.
Yeah,
especially from the virtuous women. Because you hear a lot in these spaces, all these women talk about virtue, right? But women made it very clear on Tuesday's show that they want their man to come in with his Masters and Johnson. All right. And so, look, so that if anything, this whole shaming tactic needs to end, right? They should actually sponsor a day for the promiscuous woman. I don't like to use the language, but they need to sponsor a day for that, because they should be thanking these women, because those women is like an NFL team. You have a practice squad. So these women are part of like the practice squad that gets their man, their dream man, the man that they ultimately going to wind up with. Those are the women that are going to make sure that their man is properly prepared. So when that virtuous woman gets with that guy, he'll have all his stuff together. So we should end the shaming and all these tactics or whatnot. Thank these women, because those are the ones that are getting the man who's going to do everything right to you. So, but that was a big surprise for me on Tuesday.
Arcane agrees with it.
That's why these women, they want us to come ready and equipped, and we should have a master's at least, if not our PhDs in it. So look, I think we need to rewrite the whole book, change this whole atmosphere. All these virtuous women channels and talking about this, that needs to just stop, because y'all know that y'all ain't trying to train up a guy on anything.
Absolutely not.
So I think that was the biggest revelation I had in the 3+ years I've been in this space, that women is finally starting to come out with it to say, nah, you need to, you need to deal with some women, so that when you come to me, that I don't have to get on it. So that was that was a major revelation Tuesday night. So I'm totally my whole view and look has changed since Tuesday because of that.
Mr. Bennett, is like I've always said, man, it always comes back to what? 20 in the front
and 40 in the back.
And 40 in the back. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Right.
Come on, man. Listen, man, you guys can't be surprised that women don't give a shit that you're experienced.
I'm saying from these virtuous women's channels and podcasts and all. I was surprised at that, because again, it's illogical, right? You can't say women need to close your legs, but you want your man to be prepared. Well, how are they going to be prepared if they don't open their legs? The logic, the math doesn't math.
Yeah, it does though. Because the women who open their legs indiscriminately are not the ones we want to choose. So we have
you're a goddamn lie.
No, I'm not talking about for marriage.
Yeah, it's porn stars that are married.
Well, okay, 10 porn stars, and they commit the deletion 5 years in. I'm talking about the general consensus. Men want, like when they said they want a hoe as a housewife, they really just want a housewife who knows how to get down, even though she's not experienced. I mean, that's the truth. But we're talking, men and women are not the same, and we all know that. I haven't heard one woman in my whole entire life give a shit how many bodies a man has.
Oh, they made that clear Tuesday night.
Yeah, like I said, if I'm waking up, fine. I'm late to the party. I've been out the game for a while, so I'm late to the.
So a nasty dude like Trey might get married one day. He's got more shit on his Johnson than the average dude, probably.
Why am I catching strays?
And I'm saying, for the virtuous woman that he will wind up with, it's all going to be good. It's
exactly.
So
Mr. Bennett, what you have with your wife when you married your wife, she was a virgin. What you have with your wife is just, it does not exist anymore. Those dinosaurs are buried.
That's a dinosaur situation.
The average woman has, an average woman has had at least a construction site in her pussy now. So you just have to get used to that. Men just have to know. You may run into a guy who ran into your wife. And so, that sucked her ass and pussy flipped over.
Hey, shout out to Mrs. She said, I mean, she's saying in look, great. That's the way I think it needs to be. I salute you and I appreciate that. I'm just going on what the women are saying, because we asked a panel of women in 201. They want a guy to come ready, equipped, again, have his master's, at least his master's in Johnson, and be ready to go. So I didn't.
I think
I'm a PhD.
There you go. So
I think that
we're not making it up. That's what the women are telling us. So
we didn't even influence that one.
Well, our pain started the PDL. It's the Premier Dick League. They're going to start in January of next year, the Premier Dick League. So get ready for that. He's going to have capes out there for the guys. They're going to play. They're going to play in capes. Okay. Now I want to get this out real quick, Mr. Bennett, and I think Information Man as well. Mr. Wait, hold on. Let's see what she says. She said they say rational delusional shit. Anissa says these young girls are ran through mostly. Well, you need to talk to them.
Like I said, but they're preparing your guy though. Them the ones your guy's getting with. So
have you guys heard there's a psychologist? She said something. I thought it was kind of thought provoking. She said that most 20-year-old women have more bodies than most 50-year-old women.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
Yeah,
and I can believe it too.
Yeah, they're giving the pussy out like food stamp. A lot of women do have Salvation Army pussy. They just giving it away. But
it's friendly pussy.
Yeah, friendly pussy, absolutely. And then when they get with you, you know what?
There was community pussy.
Yeah, community pussy too. They'll get with you and be like, baby, before I got with you, there was a season in my life where I had a lot of vaginal entertainment. And I just wanted you to know that. What's your body count? Baby, 110. But I know you love me in spite of the 110. But yeah, hell no. But I will say this. I want to play this last video for y'all, Mr. Bennett and Information Man. Get y'all thoughts on this, then we'll get to the new video. Here we go.
Watch the videos. And I'm so fucking embarrassed, bro. I'm so fucking embarrassed. This guy was going around asking women, and mostly black women, asking these women, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a broke guy who's still a father and who's at home, and around for your kids, but he broke? Or would you rather have a financially stable man and pay the child support? My heart is racing, y'all. Do you know every last one of these bitches said that they would rather have the check? Every one of them bitches said they would rather have the check. I get the check. It's not a big check, but I get the check. I give anything to have my kids' daddy at home. Anything. Anything, bro. You bitches want the check? You bitches want the fucking check. I'm so embarrassed to be a black woman right now because you hoes want the fucking check.
All right. Mr. Bennett, we'll start with you first, then Information Man jump right in after him, and then we'll go to the new video because I definitely want to hear what my brother Ricky got to say about this next one.
Well, man.
Take a deep breath. Take your time.
I mean, I certainly think a man's presence in a child's life can certainly add value, but exactly. I think you certainly need to be about being able to provide. If he's broke, meaning you can't provide for your kids, but you're just still there. I don't like to take those. I don't like to take those absolutes. I would rather certainly the man at least be working and trying to accomplish that. Because again, that's ultimately how you're going to teach your kids. Is through your example. So if you're not going to be working, or if you just broke or whatever, I don't see if that's a great example. But I would probably still rather take that than the latter, just the money and and nothing else. We saw a couple of weeks ago what that looks like. When you have especially in states like Georgia, where you got to have this double paternity or whatever they call it to establish fatherhood for the child. Yeah, just getting the check, I don't think that necessarily reaps a benefit either. If I had to take the lesser two evils, I'd take the broke dad who's still involved with the father's lives, maybe taking them to school, or you're teaching some lessons, or you're doing something. But I wouldn't accept that binary choice, though. I think you still need to be about your grind.
Now I want to yeah, Mr. Benny, you're absolutely correct. I want to get information man in here, but Anissa, before we do, Anissa says, Trey, she says she sound crazy. I guess because she says she would rather have the father with the children who makes mediocre money instead of a rich man that has money.
No, she didn't say a rich man. She just said the check.
A check.
She said she gets a check too, and it's not much. So we didn't qualify how much it was, but you know.
Who said somebody had the statistics earlier? The average check is $400. Who said that? Rick, was it Rick?
I did.
Oh, Trey did.
It's about $430
a month.
It's the average child support payment a month. Yeah,
basically the light bill.
Yeah. So basically, you throwing away. Somebody else said this too. I don't remember who said it, but you throwing your child away, the father away of your child for $300, $400 a month. Like, you know, don't come see the baby. You can't get over the $400. I mean, god damn. You know, it is what it is. Anissa, you know, Anissa gets under my skin so bad it causes me to have mesothelioma, and she just
wow.
Black man.
Yeah.
Let me explain something to women who don't quite get it, man.
Okay, go ahead.
If the man is in the home and you guys are married, you're sleeping in the same bed, right? So that's one less bed he got to buy. Okay.
Exactly.
If that man is in the house with y'all and you got one electric bill and both of y'all pay it, or however y'all get it done, that's one less bill, right? Okay.
Exactly.
So my thing is this: if you force this man out of the house, the money that he would have spent in the house no longer goes to the children. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is this: you calling this man broke for taking care of himself and you put him out. But at the same time, you're complaining when he's in the house saying he's broke. He's probably broke because he's paying the bill and don't complain. You know, if we really break this thing down, the thing about it is she's probably not getting what she wants to get out of the deal. You know, she probably might not be getting her nails done when she wanted, or get her hair done when she wanted, or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's all about the kids. And if the kids are happy, that's what matters. You see what I'm saying?
And then,
and me,
and then you also have to define.
Like that don't make sense.
Yeah, but then you also, that's a great point, because we didn't define what broke means.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Does broke mean not having a job, or does broke mean, I've heard some people say broke is having more money than more month than money.
Right.
Sometimes you might be making good money, but it's your outflow. So we haven't until we define that's also something that's missing from this equation. So how much the child support was, and what do you mean by broke?
I think one of the things you got to do is you got to ask, adult men and women who grew up without their dads, would they have rather had their dad in the house, regardless of how much money he made. And I can tell you, growing up, from a single mom, never met my dad, I would have much rather had a broke dad in the home than to not have a dad at all, regardless of whether or not my mother was getting a check or not. To me, and I understand it because my uncle stepped in, right? But he stepped in, he had his own family. I can only imagine if I'd have had that same sort of presence that was there every day versus, my uncle giving me the time that he had. I think we have to start having a real conversation with older adults about who grew up without a dad. Which one would you prefer? And then let that dictate, because this idea that men, just because he's not making a lot of money, that he doesn't have any value within at home, it's absolutely preposterous and ridiculous.
That's a woman's definition. That's why. That's based on a woman's definition. And so one of the things I was going to say is that being a in-home dad, a lot of times what's missed is that you catch shit just on serendipity, just by being there. Your kid might say something, your wife might do something, somebody might say something, and if you're there and you catch it, you could correct it right there. I've done that with my daughters more than once, because they had a mindset of a couple of things, and I heard it, and we talked later on, so I can nip it in the bud. So just by being in the house, if I was out of the house, I would have missed it. I would have missed it.
And you know the killing part about it, they say that this man was broke. My thing is this: was him being broke the prerequisite for you making a baby with him?
Oh my God!
What I said. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to stop the cap, man. Like real talk. Like
because
real talk.
you weren't worried about that bank account when that pussy was wet.
No.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
He didn't have enough money to buy Dennis orange juice, and you
All
gave
he
him the
needed
pussy
was
anyway. Now you got a
all he
baby.
needed
You
was
worry
some
about how
Boone's
broke
Farm
he is.
wine and
Oh,
a
shit.
few White Castles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever. Lemon pepper wet. That's all she needed. You know what I'm
Lemon
saying?
pepper wet.
Now the baby
LPW.
here is a problem, you know.
Information, man. What are your thoughts on what the young lady said about she'd rather have a man with less money than a man with, go ahead.
Right. What I gathered from it is that she, in this case, that young lady was seeing the value of having a father, because you can get a check, but not having a father in the household to teach a son how to be a man, to give you security, some level of structure. Because even if a man doesn't make a lot of money, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have value that he brings to the table to a household, because we know that men stabilize their families and stabilize communities. So, but this is the thing, BMU. Women who would rather have the check over having the man in a child's life is unfortunately indicative of where our society is today. Because I've said this before, I feel that men in some ways, for some women, are used as utilities. We're like Swiss knives, right? They want what they want from us when they feel they can get it, right? So that woman who takes the money from the father of the child, keep this in mind, while she's taking the money, she can always find some simp out there that's going to also give her money and someone that she can have sex with, right? While she takes money from your ass, she can still go out and have a good time with whoever she wants to have it with, right? So these are the things that shows you a breakdown in the family structure, that there's no value there. I don't even think that in our society today that there's the society sees value in actual real men, because look at what they're seeing value in today. All this sort of rainbow stuff, should I say. Now, I'll leave it there. We don't want to get your channel dinged tonight, but you know what the hell I'm talking about.
Absolutely. I want to add this to it. The next video, Uncle Ricky, I want you to go first. Let me tell you what I saw in this video. This video is the reason that we're having issues with grandmama, mama, and daughter today. And I firmly believe that mothers and daughters and even grandmothers today are competing with each other for the same man. The older woman wants to feel young, so she goes after the young man. But the young man is sought after not only by the grandmother, because now the mama's feeling a little old and she feel like she still got it and she wants the young man. Then the daughter's the same age as the young man, and they're all competing for the same man. And I want to show you guys what we're dealing with today. Y'all remember Big Mama, y'all remember Grandmama and them, Mama and Grandmama and aunties, them, how they look back in the day. I just want to get you guys perspective on this one right here. This is a mother, a grandmother, and the daughter, the mother, and the grandmother. Look at this video. I took the music out for YouTube purposes. That's the daughter. That's her mama. Praise the Lord. And they go grandmama. Look at this shit. Can you look at this shit? Information, man. I heard
shit. Grandmother, mama, and
the daughter.
They're learning from each other.
Yes.
One generation teaches the other generation the degenerate shit.
Yep.
They all had babies at 16.
And when that young lady right
look at
there
it. Look at it. Look at the mama.
If she has a child, she'll pass down the tradition to the next baby.
Look at it. 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 She trying to cover them up. Y'all, come on, grandma, mama, what y'all doing? My boyfriend looking. Now you tell me, Uncle Rick, what young man that's 19, 20, 21 years old go in the house and don't want to fuck all three of them?
Tell the truth.
Shit, I'm trying to hit all of them.
Right. We're gonna try to hit them all. I hit one on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now.
Oh my God!
I'm trying to hit all of them. I'm
Go ahead,
trying
Rick.
to hit your grandmama, your mama, and you. Why not?
Man, that's the new
Keep it in the
grandmama,
family.
bro.
Make
Boy,
sure you keep it in the family.
Keep it in
Let
the
me tell
family.
you can't get a damn sweet potato pie out of neither one of them.
Hear what I said?
I only want one piece of pie, and it ain't on no plate, baby.
Yeah.
But I gotta understand it for what them type of women are for.
Skinny boy in the chat said grandma can get this entanglement.
All of
Oh,
it.
my God!
It's gonna be you damn sure will be an entanglement.
I mean,
Let's take a look. Look, the daughter's pretty. She's pretty. But look at that mama. Look, she bedroom ready. Look at that grandmama. She ready. Now watch them hips. Watch them hips. Here come the hips. Bam.
Grandma got all on
we know grandma been rocking it for a minute.
Let me tell you, man, you could get all three of them.
Look like grandmom a little bit more thicker than the other two.
Shit, that's what I'm trying to show you.
Say she stacked.
Grandma
That's
older.
Roger P. Henson back there in the back end.
Grandma
Shit.
Does look like
Grandma
that,
kind of Kurt.
Now watch them hips. Watch them hips. Watch them hips. Bam.
That's what I'm
Bang.
saying.
She got that extra gyration back there. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
She's
my
17. She probably like 17, right? The first one, she probably like 17 or 18.
Right.
She probably had her at 16. So what's that? 34?
Right.
Yep, you're right.
46 or 47. That's probably
Grandma, suppose you got all three of them pregnant.
Oh shit!
Our pain. Now you didn't really.
All three of them had a
brother.
I said, can I? All right, let me ask a question. 'Cause I'm a little bit torn looking at this actually, because
Go ahead.
Look, you know, as long as Ricky, our pain, we've been married for what? Look, I like when my wife looks hot. You know what I mean? You know, this whole grandma look, and you got to stop wearing. Look, I'm not trying to go back how grandma used to look way back in the day. I don't want that. I don't want those long stockings. I don't want girdles. I don't want that Sunday church dress stuff. So look, she can do so. She can wear that for me, and if she wants to gyrate still on it, you know. Look, so like I said, I'm torn because
she gyrates with you though. That's
what I'm saying.
Man,
that's what I'm
let me
saying.
tell y'all
Look, grandma back in the day, I'll be honest.
Oh, mama a freak.
I love my grandma and them, but look, they weren't, you know, they weren't like that. So I'm just saying, my wife, stay as hot as you can for as long as you can, stay in shape, exercise, do all that stuff. And when we go out, look your best, you know, because I like, you know, guys still come and say, man, oh, that's you? Yeah, that's me right there. That's right. So I'm not. So look, I'm not into this old grandmama looking stuff or stop wearing, you know, look, still wear your stuff. And again, you see the Latinos, they do that all the time. You go to the mall, the daughter's 16, got a baby in the cart, the mom is in spandex, whatever, and the grandma still looks good. Right. So but them, that's their culture also. So I don't think there's a limit when people say you need to dress your age and all that. I'm a little bit torn. I always say dress appropriate for your environment. Don't go to church looking like that. But if you're going out on the town with your man, or you on vacation or something like that, you in Rio, do it, you know, do as the Greeks do. You know what I mean? Dress your be hotness for me. So I'm not into that, you know, dress your age kind of thing. I think anything is appropriate depending on the situation. And I don't want my wife to get old. Will look old and dress old. That old church mama look with the like Esther Anderson on Sanford and Son. Y'all remember how Esther and them ladies used to dress? Nah, you can y'all can put all that stuff away. If that's what grandma's supposed to be, if that's what grandma's supposed to look like, Esther Anderson, I don't want it.
No, I don't.
Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Bennett. Let me tell you something now, because them moo dressing grandmamas, they was pushing them motherfucking babies out like
that
missiles.
Moo ain't stopped nothing.
Did you hear what I said?
I need more than that. Nah, you can't. You gotta go into now. Look now. That shout out to the shout out to Esther Anderson. Wanda, if you guys go back look at Wanda, LaWanda Page, go back and look at her when she was a burlesque dancer. She was a very attractive woman back in the day. She was built stacked, the whole thing.
Mr. Bennett, I would have fucked the shit out of Della Reese.
I'm saying keep that going.
Hell yeah, what?
But you ain't doing nothing for me if you're gonna be dressing with that wig on and that hat and that purse and swinging it around, hitting thread and all. That ain't turning me on at all. So I'm sorry. I can't get with this.
I get Whoopi Goldberg too in that oversized Kmart shit.
No, I'm sorry.
You kiss my
ass. You look like the Predator with those braids when you like the Predator, man. No, I'm sorry. Nah.
Just far no further.
You might want to
Hold
that one out of the video.
on. First of all, information, man. If you walked into a room at a hotel and you met Whoopi and she said, "Come out, sign your book in the room," and you walk in and Whoopi give you that, she got the emphysema board, and she said, "Information, man, why don't you look at something for me real quick?" And you turn around, she raised that big ass 3X shirt up, and you see all that ass and them titties. You gonna hit information, man?
I'm gonna hit it. I have to have a lot of drinks. I have to be at a P Diddy party.
Information, man. What if she?
Give me some.
Somebody on this panel is into big girls.
What if she had her eyebrows drawn back on? You know what I'm saying?
With no whoopee.
She got the eyebrows back on.
So let me change it then. Let me change the information, man. What's the girl's name?
Okay.
I was just looking at play Tina Turner. What's her name?
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett. Hi, information, man. It's so nice to meet you. My husband didn't show up. I just need a little security tonight. Can you come and hold me for a little bit in the bedroom?
Angela Bassett body ridiculous, bro. Her body ridiculous. What you talking about?
Is anybody going to acknowledge the fact that y'all are all talking about women when they were younger?
Yeah, man. Hey, Angela fine now.
No, she still look good. She up in age.
Angela fine now.
Angela Bassett body right.
You'll hit it too, Trey. Stop the
she's 65 years old and she
bad. Trey would hit it in the gym.
There's nothing more pathetic than old women trying to hold on to their youth.
No.
She in the
gym. Hey, Trey, it's ugly shit. It's ugly shit, bro. They don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it, but it's some ugly shit. Who just did their face? Somebody just did their face. Gladys Knight. Pull up a picture of Gladys Knight.
Trying to hold on to it.
It's ugly, bro. I don't care what nobody say. It's different if you can maintain, right? But when you trying to steal youth, that shit is disgusting, bro.
Okay.
What's going on, fellas?
That's very different if you're getting the Botox and the lipo and all. I mean, you're doing all that surgical stuff. That's a different story.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Eat well, drink water.
Yo,
exercise, all your stuff.
Yo, looking at that picture of all three of them, Trey, Ferg, y'all remember this from our time in the military. Y'all had them ladies that always come to the barracks every now and then want to hook up. You always had that young lady.
Look at that booty on her, man. Tell me you're not gonna hit that. Y'all, anybody on here say
that's not school me.
That's not a picture. That's not a picture.
Hey, look at Amigo in the back.
Look at the cast.
Amigo in the back. Amigo like, hey.
Look at the cast.
Yeah, she can school me. She can school me. That's okay. Groom me. Groom me, please. Groom me.
Guys, that's a 65-year-old woman.
That's okay. Groom me.
Let me tell you
Groom me.
Look, every man is looking at Angela Bassett right now.
Yeah.
Every last one of them.
Every last one of them. I don't give a goddamn what do you say. Trey gonna hit that ass.
Yeah.
I don't give a goddamn what.
Groom me.
Pull up the Gladys Knight picture though, nigga.
Okay, I got you.
Our-Pain said, what would happen if you get all of them pregnant? That'll make you Uncle Granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? That'll make you Uncle Granddaddy. You know what I'm saying?
Get them all the same night. All the kids can have the same birthday.
Ooh.
Wow.
Why it's a celebration? Like Rick James.
Same birthday.
See, the sad part about it is they all got pregnant. They would all be rejoicing. That's where we have fallen. They were all
before or after. Before or after.
Before they be taking pictures together, pregnant with their bellies and everything else. They'll have one big baby shower for all three of them. All that stuff.
You guys are disgusting sitting here talking about old women.
Man.
But I have to remind myself that I'm under 40. Like you guys are.
Thank you. Yeah, we all.
That's I'm not that old just yet. I'll be 50 soon, but bruh, I learned a lot from this.
The truth. You like big girls.
I've never dated that weighed over 150 pounds.
What's wrong with Gladys?
Don't do that.
You see what her face look like?
250. Okay.
It's the kitten heels, man.
Nothing wrong with glass.
Let's go look at some of them booger wolves you dated, Groomy.
The motherfucker look like they done robbed Kroger's.
Because if that's the way you dance, I know you ain't pulling no baddies.
City boy.
That boy was on beat 1 and 4 the whole time. 1,
Uncle
4.
Rick. Hey, man,
this Jones got more hair than you ever had.
Groomy, here's the crazy part, Groomy. I still bag better bitches than you did, and I don't have no hair. I don't have no hair.
You shave, that's why.
Can I share?
You shave, there's a difference.
Hold on. Yeah, I got you. Where you at? Let me see. You already put it up?
I'm about to.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Let's see if I can.
This Gladys?
Yeah, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all this before and after. Hold on.
Let me know when it's up. But yeah, it'll pop up when it come up. But yeah, man, glad it's still bad too, man.
Hold on, Playboy. Don't jump the gun just yet, bro.
Oh Lord.
There it is.
Really? Oh shit. Hold on.
She's done some
Damn Fantasia.
She Botox.
That's gotta be
Rick,
that's gotta be
Fantasia.
Rick, I just want to say on behalf of you, you ain't shit. You ain't shit.
That's a morph
I
right
just
there.
want to tell you you ain't shit.
Hey, is that legit or is that?
No, that's legit.
Brush, man.
That one on the right was
Botox right there. She got Botox.
That's plastic surgery.
But she looks
That's what I'm
better,
saying.
though.
If you go,
Is it me or
on
does she
and get
look
that,
better?
yeah.
That's plastic surgery and Botox.
That's everything, bro.
Look, she can keep. Look, she can keep the face.
Hang on, information man. What from a woman is real? Please tell me. From the moment you meet a woman, she's not giving you nothing real from the moment you meet her ass.
Information man put his hand on his face. He said, "God damn it."
Hey,
What's real?
BMU. Makeup is the best thing that ever happened to me.
I just want to ask Trey this question. Trey, have you ever met a female that didn't wear a lot of makeup, if any makeup at all, and she had a certain natural beauty where she didn't have to enhance her behind or wear anything to enhance herself to the level that you see, like on that picture that we just saw of Gladys Knight, right? There are women out there who don't wear a lot of makeup, if any at all, and have a natural look to them, a natural beauty. They do exist. It's just that maybe you have never met one. I have.
No, I know. You want to ask me a question, or you want me to answer?
I'm asking. I
have indeed met that woman, and I got her pregnant.
Okay.
that's exactly what it is. Well, but the point I'm making is it took. But the point I'm making is it took me 30 years to find her.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to hear you.
It took 30 years to find her.
It took you 30 years to find her?
It took 30 years to find her because every woman before that wore makeup.
Yeah, I wasn't asking the question to be funny or style. I just wanted to, because I know you said that, hey, every woman you meet, there's nothing what's real about them. And it's true, there's some women that some things are not real, and then there's some women who are out there that actually are natural.
Women live on deception.
But
everything about them is to deceive you.
Oh, I know.
You guys can sit here and
understand
do this
that
sugar
women
and
do
spice and
things to
everything
enhance
nice shit that
themselves to
y'all want to
attract
do.
men that they
But the
want,
fact of the matter is that they live on deception. They have no choice. Because if we actually had to see them for what they really are, it takes a certain kind of man that would actually marry them. Now, you guys that are married have seen your wives in her, natural state, right? Which is different. But
I still say she's beautiful.
But most women will not allow you to see them in their natural state, especially in the very beginning.
What do you think?
So that's why I'm asking. When do you get them in this no makeup, no lashes, no weave? Are there women out there? Yeah, of course there is.
Trey, but what do you think?
How difficult are they to find?
Okay,
they're extremely difficult.
So if you do meet a woman that's willing to show you her natural state, and she's still attractive, but she's willing to show, what do you think about women like that? Are those like pretty much, and especially if that woman cooks and she treats you a certain way, do you think that that's like a keeper? That's someone that you should think about as a keeper?
I would begin
Let's
the
say if they
vetting
treat you right and they
process.
do all those
I would
other
allow
things
her to
like
go
this
through my
man.
vetting process. Yeah.
So Trey, it's safe to say you'll fold up Chloe Bailey right here.
She don't got
Yes, Chloe Bailey is fuckable, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has poor taste in men.
She
which
does.
means she's fucked up
Right
in
up
the
your
head.
alley, buddy.
She's fucked up in the head then. But is she fuckable with all that ass and them thighs? Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah,
she will get folded up.
Okay, so you'll fold this one up. So would you fold this one up?
Oh God!
Really, bro?
Wow.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I'd break her.
Now, Trey, let me say something, Trey. If you was on that island and when no guys, when none of us around, and that motherfucker was standing right there, Trey, you gonna shave some of that ass
I
off.
die. Humanity is over. Right? There won't be nobody else.
And look, and I'll be on the plane looking out the window like this.
Trey said he'd rather hump a coconut.
Damn.
Uncle Rick, I want to ask Uncle Rick. Uncle Rick, you walking on the beach, you pass by a brush. She said, hey, sexy. You turn around and it's her. You a single man. You single. You're not married.
What is it?
It's just an island girl. She's just like
I don't see nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
He said he don't see nothing.
That's funny as hell.
Got you that time.
Oh shit!
Said it's not treating you right.
What are you talking about, sir? What is this woman you speak of?
Now, I will say this. I will say this because I always like to do this. I will say this: when Trey gets married, because he will one day, or Lost in Translation gets married, we're definitely in Information Man gets married again. We're going to have a bachelor party for you.
Trey's not getting.
And these are the strippers.
Yeah, I get that.
We're gonna bring them in.
Poke chop in the Dougaloops.
Yep,
ladies and gentlemen. Poke chop in the Dougaloops. Put y'all hands together for me. You know what I'm saying? Poke chop in the Dougaloops.
The name of their the name of their stripping company is called the Greyhound. So just get ready.
They're gonna have to reinforce the floor, aren't they? them girls coming in.
They coming in doing their stripper fraternity. That means sorority dance is over.
Right there.
She got to
but I want to get to the last. I want to get to the last video of the night, man. Because the subject of the matter is body count don't matter. Men want experience over mediocrity, right? And so I want y'all to see this video and tell me what you think. Here we go.
To my life, but like if y'all gonna sit here and spread some business about me, please spread the business correctly. My body count's not 250, it's 106.
Wow.
Let me play it one more time.
Oh, y'all can be invested to my life, but like if y'all gonna sit here and spread some business about me, please spread the business correctly. My body count's not 250, it's 106.
106. Now look at her and tell me how old do you think she is?
23.
She's like 23. Yeah.
25.
With 106 bodies.
23.
She in her early 20s.
She was a hoe.
21, 20.
Hey, black man, do the math. Black man, let's hypothetically say she started having sex at 16. Let's say she started at 16. Let's give her an average age of 24. Some people saying 23. We all agree she's early 20s. So let's just say 24. So for 8 years, 106 people in 8 years. Do the math, bro.
Do the math, bro.
Oof.
Look at all of us putting up the damn calculator. I mean,
106 bodies.
That's at least 9 bodies a year. That's at least 9 bodies a year.
Hang on, Antoine. It's only 12 months in a year, brother.
Right, 12 months in a year.
It's only 12 months in a year.
Average about
She getting 9 different men every year.
That's what I said. 9 bodies.
That's once a month, ain't it?
She's putting in.
She took the sum off.
Putting in more work than you think.
That's
what I said. 9 bodies.
A new dude every month for 8 years. That's insane.
It's more than that because you got to times it by 3, my guys. Y'all know.
Oh, for sure. How did I forget that, Uncle Rick? For sure. How did I forget that?
That's why I don't understand. But that's why I never understood why guys feel like they gotta know the body count. Like, why do you feel like you gotta know the body count? And then when you hear the number, you get on. You feel all guilty or ashamed and everything else.
If body count don't matter, can your girl fuck somebody when she with you? All right, then.
Okay.
Body count matters. Stop, nigga. Stop it.
No, what I mean is why do people feel they have to ask?
Well, you
like
have
what?
to ask. You have to. Let me tell you. You have to ask Antoine simply because the sex with men with us is different than it is with women. It affects
I know
women.
that.
It affects women differently. It affects their pH balance. It affects their fucking the way they are. It affects their attitude, their bitterness. Like it affects them.
That
so when
is
you
what-
see these, go ahead, go ahead.
This was it was a scientific study. I wish I had the article on hand, right?
I'll be looking it up. Go ahead. Me and Mr. Bennett got it.
A woman carries sperm in her body for her lifetime. That shit gets into her body and goes into her brain. Well, that's what y'all don't understand when y'all be seeing these chicks with a bunch of personalities.
Come on, man.
A bunch of
Damn. Damn.
They didn't call a bunch of dicks, right? Okay, let me keep it simple for you. You notice how if you had a girl and y'all was in a long-term relationship, she started acting like you after a while?
Yep.
Okay.
Like the shit you like, right? Saying the shit you say. And she never said that shit before she met you. She never said that shit. But
That's true.
You were shooting DNA up inside her. So when y'all see these girls with these multiple personalities, they got a little piece of man that they slept with in them. 100.
Shit.
100.
Hold on. But our pain say she don't have to tell a man she's slept with 100. She can still get married and have a family.
No, I never said no such thing.
You're a goddamn lie.
No, I didn't. I never said no such thing.
Our pain, you did. Our pain, so you didn't say these women can get married.
No. Listen, you're saying shit, but I never said no such thing. I said that men in the West have long since stopped worrying about whether women are virgins or not. I said the only thing we don't want is women who are whores. That's my direct quote. That chick would qualify as a whore.
And you know what we said, our pain? It would be nice to have the option to have a virgin.
Yeah. You would be nice, but I'm just saying that. Listen, we could talk this virtue bullshit all we want.
But our pain, you said you don't want to know. You said you don't want to. You said if you dated this young lady, you wouldn't want to know her. You just want her to take those skills that she learned from 109 me and then use it on your ass.
Come on, BMU. This bitch moves like a whore. I mean, I can tell the difference between. Listen, a woman. Listen, can you tell the difference between the incel and the gigolo? Yes, I can tell. Wait a minute. I can tell a difference between the incel and Trey. Right?
So our pain, hold on, our pain. So say for instance, our pain.
I'm only fucking bullshit. But listen, so I can tell the difference between a woman who's a whore and a woman has a little bit of virtue left. I can. You can. I'm sorry for you. And we all make that calculus.
But our pain. What if she changed her life at 30 when she met you, and then as soon as y'all got you got on one knee? No, after you got on one knee, she told you she got on knees all the whole life.
I didn't marry a woman in her 30s.
What?
I didn't marry a woman in her 30s.
How old your wife was when y'all got married?
I met her when she was 24.
Okay, but okay, so
my point is this: that has nothing to do. All I'm just trying to say is you guys making these blanket fucking statements, and I'm saying, listen, you're living this shit yourself. Yes, there's only 2 men that I know of the 2 years or a year and a half I've been up here that said they have virgins. And
I know you fucking lying. Somebody on the Facebook channel says she just turned 19.
Well, hold on now. Wait a minute.
You fucking lying. I know you fucking lying. Put that sitting next to me.
Told me, Anton Daniels said to everybody his wife was a virgin. And until last week, I didn't know. Somebody's got to go on mute. Until last week,
it's my boy Antoine.
Yeah, so last week, my man, said that his wife was too. That's 2 guys. Everybody else who has a woman, everybody else who has a wife, they're not really tripping the fact that they had some kind of experience before. They all had to vet so that's all I'm saying. You adding shit to it.
So hold on. So Yvette said you have to watch. She said you have to watch the entire interview in context. She said when they first started the interview, he quoted that she's 19 years old. That's what made them ask how many bodies she had. She's 19 with 109 bodies. So redo the fucking math. Oh my God. Trey, what's the math?
The math will have to change because I'm going to say that she started having sex probably at 12.
14?
Yeah, 12 or 13.
I won't be surprised she started earlier than that.
So she's broken. You know, she's broken. So can that woman cleave to one man? I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely.
So let me ask you a question. I'll land it here. Is there a difference between a woman like that and a woman that had a few experiences who gets married, who can cleave to her husband? There's a difference.
So
But
you
can-
said,
Mr. Penn, go ahead, Mr. Penn. You just answered the question I was going to ask you. Go ahead.
I'm just done. I mean, these guys, you guys are trying to characterize me one way.
Rick,
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Rick's trying to
All I'm
speak.
just trying to say is none of you fucking guys made it a prerequisite that your wives were virgins. None of you.
Okay, Mr. Penn, I think I disagree with you on that one.
Oh, I know my wife wasn't a virgin when we got together.
Rick will need to go first. Go ahead, Rick, and then you can go. Ikane. Go ahead, Rick.
It was a prerequisite that she wasn't a fucking whore.
Yeah, I said that already.
Arpain, chill out, right? So let me make my point, right? What's the argument that women make that women are forced to do? Right, sex work,
Lord,
right?
help me.
Yeah,
Right?
sex
Ain't
work
that what
is
they
one of
say?
them.
Sex work, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Even though they try now to claim it as not shameful and it's a empowering thing to do. Where do y'all think the most suicides from women come from? What business are they in?
Prostitution,
Sex work.
sex work, yeah.
Stop with the body count doesn't matter bullshit.
I
It matters.
It does.
It does matter. But I
matters.
didn't say that. I didn't say it didn't matter.
I didn't say you did. Stop taking shit personal, bro.
Well,
Right?
I'm taking it personally
It
because
matters.
BMU was pointing every fucking day
It
at me.
matters.
What I'm saying
That's where
is, what's the
STDs come
difference
from.
what's the difference between 109 toxic dicks and 6 toxic dicks? They're all toxic dicks. So it doesn't matter if she get a 6 toxic dicks that changed her life and made her the bitter bitch that you married. Then that's your
Black man, does it? It doesn't matter. Is the issue with men the amount of different dicks or the frequency in which she has sex?
No, the amount.
For instance, if she had two or three partners, but they had a ton of sex. The two or three guys, they had a ton of sex versus this chick who had 106. And let's just say every guy hit it twice, but it's 106. Is it the 106 different dudes, or is it the amount of mileage?
No, it's 106 different dudes because my thing is one dude driving the same car every day, that's fine. But when she go drop that fucking car off and go to Hertz and then leave that motherfucker Enterprise,
that's a tough question.
But black man, isn't he wearing the hell out of that car?
Man.
He wearing the hell out of that car.
I may have to.
But
the logical
if
perspective.
you buying a car, would you rather have a car that had low miles and 5 owners, or one owner with a bunch of miles and all the maintenance records?
I'm just saying for the opposite argument, Uncle Rick, you get a hell of a deal on a rental car that got low miles. I'm just saying, you get a hell of a deal on a rental car that got low miles.
Hey,
I agree with y'all. The 106 is utterly ridiculous, and she's automatically disqualified.
She said,
but I'm just asking the question: is it because it's 106 different guys? Because if you were with a chick and she's like, oh, I've only been with 3 guys, but they was fucking every day.
You know
that's
what?
a lot of mileage on her.
She might be bonded to those guys.
Trey, let me put it this way. Guy. Trey.
Hold on a second, I'm gonna go ahead and say what I got to say. I'm gonna turn it loose. Here's the thing: what y'all fail to realize is y'all doing girl math. I do guy math. She had sex with 109 different men. Let me ask you the question: were those 109 men virgins? No, they were not. That means those guys have been exposed to other women as well, who have been exposed to other men as well. So in essence, you probably been exposed to 30, 40, 50,000 encounters of sex. That's gross. That's how the STDs are made, y'all. That's the math I'm looking at. And I'm pretty sure that none of y'all want y'all dick to get the dick sickness. That's all I'm saying.
And you know what? Okay, this is what I'm trying to say, Trey. Put it this way, right?
Hold the goat by the throat real quick, I promise. This is why my granddaddy said what he said. My aunt said, I can't believe you, Robert, that you will sit up here and don't get on these boys like you get on these girls when it comes to the sex. He said, I get on both. He said, but with my grandsons, I have to worry about one dick. With my daughters, my granddaughters, I have to worry about several. He said, so the emphasis is to be more on my daughters, to teach them the right way to not be out here attaching themselves to different dick. And like man, listen, we had that show, even Mr. Bennett here. Mr. Bennett was telling us a year ago about his wife trying to donate bone marrow and his DNA was in there. I mean, goddamn, they listen, imagine you done fucked 109 niggas, they're in your DNA. So that means every man, if you get serious with a guy, he becomes your husband, he eating your pussy. But when you come and it's in that DNA coming through your mouth, a part of 109 niggas shoot down your throat. Just think about it.
Yeah, but black man, but to Laws's point though, if you talk about you only have to worry about one if it's a guy, but again, if the girls had so many different bodies, then are you not exposing yourself to that as well? So it's not just the one.
Yes.
It's
you're right. God,
just look at it this way: when you want to buy a used car, right, and you go into a dealership, you want to buy a used car, and you ask for the Carfax. One of the most important things that you're looking at when it comes to a used car is how many owners, right?
Right.
If you have one owner of a car, it doesn't matter the mileage. You know you're buying a car that makes sense. But if that car has 3 owners or 4 owners, you know that car got a problem, right? It's the same thing with a woman that have gotten different dicks. A woman with certain amount of dicks has a problem. And guess what is going to happen? It's Rough Rider. More dicks, more problem. It's never going to stop.
Hey,
black man, that's your next shirt. That's gotta be another shirt for the network.
There's no law that says
in our DNA.
There's no law that says that accidents or any type of damage to your car has to be reported through Carfax. So just because you're looking at the Carfax,
but the amount of owners, the number of owners must be reported.
Just because you're looking at the Carfax does not mean that is an accurate account of what that car has actually been through.
But the one thing everybody keeps dodging is that no fucking guy on this panel has made it a prerequisite that their woman didn't have.
Trey Jessup.
No. Actually, that was what I was going to comment on before Mr. Payne. This is what I was going to comment on before this issue came up, before we got diverted, or maybe this is what I was going to say. We first demanded that our women be virgin, and they were virgins, right? Then the baby boomers came, and then they got loosed. They got loosed with it. And as soon as they got loose with it, we can't find virgins no more. No, I'm going somewhere, guys. Hold on.
But you making this point.
Let me make a statement.
You're making his
point. But I'm coming. I'm going somewhere because we haven't. But guess what happened?
Continue to keep making his point, Ekene?
After baby boomers, guess what happened? Now we have the fucked up generation that want us to accept being being stepfathers and marry women with kids. That's the fucked up generation we're dealing with right now. We are dealing with women that are not virgins. We're dealing with women that are bringing kids to the marriage.
Who married the women, Ekene?
Men.
If you're making our Payne's point is that men require women to be virgins, and you're still marrying them.
Guess what? Yeah. Guess what? It's men's fault. I'm never going to blame women for this shit. If we say, I'm coming, guys. If we come out tomorrow, if all men come out tomorrow and say,
don't do that. Pause.
Yeah, definitely pause on that.
If all men step up tomorrow and say, we want them all virgins, I got to tell you, the next generation of women will be all virgins. I'm telling you that.
No, they wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't. Completely out of that.
No, it's not going to happen. I agree with you guys. It's not going to happen.
Gentlemen. I want to make my statement because I've been waiting to make my statement.
Come on, go ahead.
Let's just keep it real. Unless you've been with a woman, this goes back, I think, a little bit to what Art Payne is trying to say. Unless you've been with a woman that you were matched with from the time she was a child or a teenager, whenever, and she's only been with you, okay, you don't really know how many body counts that woman really has unless she tells you, or unless she may not tell you all of the body count. I don't believe that all women, depending on the woman, there are some women who may not even tell you everybody that she's been with, especially if she has become attached to you and she sees you as someone that she wants to marry, and she's afraid that if she tells you the truth about her escapades in the past, that you will reject her for marriage. So unless your ass was paired up with a girl from the time she was a little kid and you were a little kid and y'all grew up together and you know you're the only man that woman's ever been with from the very damn beginning, then what the fuck are we talking about? We're all engaging and getting involved with used pussy at some point in time.
God
Nobody
damn
on this
information,
goddamn
man.
panel
God
is that
damn.
goddamn lucky. And
God
living in the world
damn.
that we live in today, 9, 10 times because of where we are today, how sex is so out there and people are engaging in sex at an earlier age, none of us are getting brand new off the goddamn factory manufacturers.
And why is that?
We're all getting used. I'm keeping it real. We're getting used, and some of us are getting really, really used and used.
And why is
and
that?
I think Lost in Translation made a good
Goodwill
point.
pussy.
We as men have to also, we talk about the women, but we got to be careful, because if a woman has a high body count and we're going down on her and being sexual with her, we're getting some of whatever nasty she's got on us. Come on, man.
And why is that? All you smart ass niggas.
Because
All
men
you
need
smart ass
Stop
niggas.
licking pussy. Stop licking pussy, bro.
No, I'm so sick of you niggas, man.
now.
Look. This is
This
y'all.
brother gonna tell me to stop
This is y'all problem as men, bro. Right?
That's a good
Y'all
one.
want to be
That's a good one,
responsible
though,
for
brother. I
everything.
get you.
Y'all want to be superheroes to hoes and shit. The one thing a woman's supposed to be responsible for is her motherfucking pussy, bro. It doesn't matter what the fuck y'all keep saying. If the door's not there and it's not open, no pussy would get fucked. I wish y'all realize this. It's the one thing a woman's supposed to control in the nature of things, bro. If it was okay for every man to go and hit a bitch upside the head and take her pussy, that would be what it is. But that's not what the fuck it is. It's the one thing they were supposed to control access to. Well, if all men said no, because it'll still be some chick giving some man some pussy.
Right. That's true. I'm not arguing that. It's always going to be somebody that's going to get some pussy. But see, I speak for myself here. But as a man, I've got to have some self-control as to who the fuck I'm going to lay down with. Because, see, I'm going to be women engaged in hypergamy. Fucking, I'm going to engage in it. Not every woman's going to get my dick. Not every woman's going to get my attention or free attention from me. Period. See, we keep talking about, we talk about the women, but what about some masculine male control of your own self, too? Why? Because we wouldn't have all these goddamn babies running around here if we didn't have all these simp dudes.
If she didn't let you
willing
fuck.
to lay down with any of these.
If she didn't let them fuck.
Skunky type females that we
if
don't
she
want.
didn't let them fuck, right? If a skunky female wasn't giving up no pussy, the one standard that bitch is supposed to have, y'all say they wasn't supposed to have it.
Okay.
Hey, information, man. Let me
I'm
ask you
listening to
something.
you,
let me just say one thing, because it's no wrong here. We all have a different view. Here's what's happening with us as Black community, and here's what I'm gonna ask you directly. And I want you to give me a percentage. In the moment of insertion, what percentage of men, no matter what age they are, what consequence they may have, is going to turn down some pussy right at the moment of insertion? Based on saying, this is the kind, you might be able to do it, but give me a percentage of not just Black men, but men in general.
I just want to be honest about this. I think when you're younger and your hormones are at a higher rate level, it's more difficult for you, opposed to when you're an older man, more seasoned, and you know how the game is, right? Let me be honest with you. When I was in my 20s, it was very, very difficult.
No, before you go, Ricky, let me finish, though, Ricky. Let me
I've
finish.
gained more discipline as I've gained more wisdom,
I agree with you.
and I've learned from experience.
Okay, well, you say
I
you
had what I have now, I had when I was in my 20s. But
okay, let me
I
say
can
this.
proudly say that I never impregnated any females and had any kids out of wedlock.
So, Ricky, before you go, let me just say this. But we all have, yeah, I agree with you, because I read the book by Napoleon Hill in terms of when the sexual transmutation is supposed to happen. But what I'm saying is, how many failures do we have with well-to-do men who are well into their 30s and 40s and 50s, still doing the same stupid shit at the time of discernment, So men throughout the Bible, throughout literature, throughout everything, have failed in being. Go ahead, Ricky. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So, in the same breath, you said earlier, if a woman ain't giving you no pussy, it's your fault. But if she giving you some pussy, it's your fault.
I didn't say that. No,
Not you, Mr. Payne. Calm down. Not you.
Oh, okay.
It's the
I'm sorry.
information man. So which one is it, my guys?
No, wait a minute. Let's go right back to it because I don't like my words being put out of context.
There's nothing. What
I said?
did you not?
I said I know what I said, man. I'm gonna tell you
Please,
straight up
then
what I
please-
said.
please reiterate.
Now,
Please
Mr.
reiterate.
Ricky, I'm gonna tell you straight up what I said.
Please reiterate.
I said that there's some men who may not be pleasing their woman a certain way, and that woman might be turned off. Or if it gets to that point, then the marriage must be dead. There's something dead in the marriage, right? I also said that if you're in a marriage, not somebody you just fucking around with, as a man, you should still date your woman, do romantic things, do things, try things to make the sex hotter, right? That's what I said. I said some dudes may not be doing what they need to do, but I also said, Mr. Rick, that it's not just men, but sometimes women be going through their little trippy ways too, where for whatever reason, they don't want to have sex. So I talked about it on both sides, brother. I was very balanced in what I said. Never get my words wrong, because I know what I said. I didn't blame it all on men. I said women have issues, but I respect you, Uncle Rick. You make good points tonight.
I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this, and I'm about to go. I'm still at work and I gotta go. So one thing about it is this: any kind of couples are having type of issues like that when it comes to the bedroom, be willing to talk about outside the bedroom. And I think that's the problem with a lot of couples. They don't want to talk about what's going on in the bedroom. They feel like they're just gonna deal with it, just accept it, and feel like it is what it is, and that's how shit don't get solved. That's how shit doesn't get resolved. That's how shit doesn't get done. And when you keep it to yourself and you don't say anything to your spouse, what do you think is gonna happen? That spouse eventually is gonna drift and find another lady or another man, tell them what's going on, and then don't you know, one thing leads to another. And then all of a sudden, dude's like, I didn't mean to fuck her, or the lady's gonna say, oh, I didn't expect this to happen. Talk about this shit. And I think that's the problem with a lot of couples. If you're having issues in the fucking bedroom, talk about that shit. And if you're not gonna talk about it, that's why it's gonna keep falling apart. That's all I gotta say. Those are some words we're thinking about, fellas. I wish I could stay, but I gotta get back to work. All right. So all y'all have a good weekend. All right. Y'all take care.
Take care, brother. I just want to say this, brother. Uncle Rick is making great points tonight. Everybody's making great points. Nobody. There's no. I mean, we just live in a fucked up world today when it comes to the relationship stuff and the women. We just in a fucked up time. I wish we could have the stuff that we had in the past.
It's fucked up, bro, because again, we have men trying to be responsible for the things that women supposed to hold responsible for. We have women trying to be responsible for what men are responsible for. My fellas is here, and my shit is they gonna tell you I talk in circles, right? I talk about the same shit, and they know my saying. I talk circular because it's fucking true.
Yeah.
Right. The one thing, look, I've been married 20 plus years. I love my wife dearly, right? I had my fuck ups. I had my great moments. I don't blame my wife for nothing but where she put her pussy at. That's it. If anything else go wrong with this relationship, I'll take it on my shoulders and I'll eat it. You know why? Because it don't matter what happened. The world gonna look at it like it's my fault anyway.
They're gonna put it on your shoulders anyway.
Right? So we got to be honest about what situation we are in when we're dealing with the female, whether we're married to them or dating them. The one thing a man was supposed to be able to count on his woman for is that, and it's not just about the pussy, right? It's not just about the pussy. It's about when that baby come. I should be able to look at my woman and she should be able to say with me with 100% surety that this is my child. Because that's what sex lead to. I understand we talk about it for pleasure purposes and shit like that, right? But that's what it really for, right? But what us as men is keep saying, right? What I keep hearing from men is that women are not responsible for how sexual they are. We make them hoes. They just ain't hoes, right?
Our pain.
Like, she just can't be
I
promiscuous.
never said that.
she just can't be promiscuous, right? It's something a man did. Oh, her daddy wasn't there. It's the reason she's a hoe, right? Oh, such woo woo, she's a hoe, right?
There's
Oh,
excuses that are made.
right. The man sleep like the clip we had today. She don't want to sleep with her husband. It's something he doing because she don't want to get. But she'll go give a dude at the bar who bought her a $2 drink some pussy.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Don't people understand how that look when you got this man who been slaving for you for years and you go out there and give some man some pussy for nothing?
Yep. Come on, boy.
That's where we fucking up as men, bruh.
Some good points.
The one thing if you want to fuck somebody, come tell me. Get the fuck on. It's cool.
Damn, Ricky.
It's cool,
Boy, you
bruh.
make it plain, boy. Make it plain. God damn.
Giving up the twat for a lemon drop.
One thing they were supposed to be responsible. One, I don't ask you for nothing else. I'll pay every bill. I'll cut the grass when the house. So you fuck up some shit that costs some money or some time or some shit. I gotta go fuck some nigga up. I'm on it.
Right.
Trey, what you thinking, brother? What's going through your mind as you hear this conversation?
With them
I mean, I'm just listening to everybody drop the gems. You know, just the crazy and unique place that we in. The problem is, you know, we look back, man, we just fucking too early and too much too soon. We fucking doing all our greatest. I mean, it's like our time when we supposed to just be learning and being sort of free spirited and trying to just find out who you are. But shit, by the time we 24, 25, shit, everybody fucked out. Ain't nobody established no, you know, I don't know. It's like a fucking just, I don't know, man. No, I'm trying to find the good in it, but when I'm looking at,
I got you, Trey. It's old bit.
And I understand that. And when I hear that, okay, I think about you can't. And when you say that, all of us are going down with that shit. That's all I can say. All of us. And I'm gonna fight to the end for my shit. I don't care what everybody else gonna do. You know, and that's the mindset that I'm in. And you know, if you're not, you have to just worry about how you're going to cover your head when the shit start falling. How you going to cover yourself? And that right now is the greatest time for those younger generations to really start understanding how life works, whether it's in an intimate setting, a personal setting, a financial setting, and a worldwide setting, because our communities just, we don't communicate enough to talk about how we going to fix it, especially younger people. They just come in fucking from the door. There's no substance. You're starting to see it. The young girl, there's no way that a young girl not even 25 years old is getting on this camera talking about I got over 100 bodies. That shit is scary as hell. All the trauma that she's going to endure, and Lord knows, hopefully she don't have a child. This child is going to create another 2 generations of the same madness that we're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Be more disciplined. You will have greater control of your life. I'm not saying not have sex, because that's the hardest shit to ever do. I can say that shit. A girl come over butt naked tonight. You gonna fuck what Trey Ferg said. I'm in that shit. But you have to be more disciplined. You keep your ass cover your shit up for a while.
Be more disciplined, but we
are
going to be tempted. That I'm not going to deny that.
Yes, man, ain't nothing better than a sister. Ain't listen. I've always said, shout out to the sisters. Y'all the greatest, finest motherfuckers on the planet. But y'all out here fuck wild as hell.
That's
and y'all
when
destroying the lot.
Put the
So I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, man.
Hey, so EMU, just to set this thing information. Let me say this. I have a video and a live on your freaking channel that says that women, the promiscuity of women shapes the sexual marketplace. So stop saying that I don't think they're responsible for their bodies. They are responsible for their bodies. I'm the one guy, I get my ass kicked every time when a man wants to come up and say we're the leaders and shit. I'm the one arguing with the women and the men, saying a woman has absolute control over who inserts their dick in her pussy. She got the right of first refusal. I say that more than once. You guys keep ignoring that shit. In the court of law, right? They'll never say that they don't have control of that shit. because they're gonna want a guy to go to jail. So stop, man. Listen, I don't know where you guys keep trying to put this shit. You know what? I'm not really that sensitive because I know half of this shit is joking. But to tell you the truth, my basic shit is that men in the West do not give themselves enough credit, because when women say we're insecure, it's bullshit. Because most of us have already acquiesced that every woman that we love has sucked somebody else's dick at one point.
God damn, R-Pain. God damn, I let you talk.
R-Pain, it goes back to what I said earlier. It'd be nice.
There's a high chance that they have.
It's like I said earlier.
Man, you ain't helping, goddamn it, either.
I'm just trying to be truthful, man. I'm not saying 1,000 dicks, but listen, if your wife is a virgin, that one guy could have been having her up there, man. Oh, yeah, riding shit. Listen, every woman remembers her first guy. Every fucking woman remembers her first guy. No matter how long she's been married to your stink ass, every woman remembers her first guy, just like you remember.
Hold on, R-Pain. My brother told me.
R-Pain, I'm about to bust you out, and I'm also going to bust Trey out and myself out. All three of us are members of Divine Nine. We done done all type of freaky shit at them damn parties. Those events that we went through. Let's be honest. When you talk about the Freaknik in Atlanta, right? Come on now, R-Pain.
Okay,
I'm just saying that we've had our temptations too. I'm saying that because I know the type of we have some similarities and some things.
R-Pain, how many whores have you invented? R-Pain, how many whores have you invented? R-Pain, whores you laid on their backs.
Well, you know what? I think the way I know you was doing it. I used to leave them better than when they got with me. So
you accused?
Why must I be like that?
You accused?
Why must I chase the cat?
Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog in me. Come on.
Sorry, I had to bust y'all out.
Hey, boy, you ate more pussy than McDonald's and served burgers, and you up here talking shit.
Actually, everybody didn't get that pleasure. It's just they had to look a certain way, man, before they got that.
You and that motherfucker getting the pussy talking about.
It's too many male virgins to be talking about is men's fault. Goddamn it!
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you.
I agree with you, Ricky. It's not men's fault for women's virtue.
R-Pain, hit the bark. Hit the bark, R-Pain. Hit the bark.
I ain't bark for you.
Hit the bark, R-Pain. Hit the damn Q-Dog bark right now.
I'm not dancing like a minstrel for anybody. Fuck that shit.
So I have a question.
Real quick, Trey, and then you can preach. Ricky, man, you said some real ass shit, bro. You said, bro, man, when you was talking, bro, that's some real. I'm clipping the shit out. That shit was real, boy.
I'm just saying, man. Like, bro, God damn, bro, don't we get blamed enough? Ain't we responsible for enough shit, bro? Like, God damn, bro. Like, when this shit gonna stop, man? Like, God damn, black ladies, like when we love y'all, but God damn, come on, y'all got to give us something now. Y'all got to give us something.
Yep.
This shit is ridiculous. This shit is out of control. It's OC. Y'all out of pocket. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all out of pocket. It's been like, and it's crazy how like you even got to fight against yourself to not say that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got to fight against yourself. We so programmed, right, to take blame for every goddamn thing, bro. We are programmed to take the responsibility and the blame for everything. Everything. Yep. How many of y'all pull y'all wallet out when y'all at dinner?
Every one of us.
Every last one of us.
Pull my wallet out.
Right? These are the nuances, right, that we don't realize. And I had a live the other day, right? And we look at shit as normal because we used to it, right? It don't mean it's right. Right? It don't mean it's correct. For example, how many of y'all had to make y'all own dinners because your mama was at work or she left y'all in the house by yourself?
Me, latchkey child back in the early 80s.
Facts. Now I'm from Chicago. You know how many stories we used to see on the news with kids setting fire and dying fires while their mamas was out the house nowhere?
Mm-hmm.
I do know.
Right? But then we'll get up here on here and we were talking about, hey, I was a kid. I went through it. It was all right. No, it wasn't right. It wasn't correct. You just survived this shit. That's what we going through as black men right now. Right? We think because we so used to it that is normal. That is normal. So when we hit a conversation, oh, it ain't nothing to me, right? It ain't nothing to you because the human mind is it's an amazing thing, right? Me and my wife got a saying, it's strange what you get used, it's funny what you can get used to, right?
That's true.
Right? We adapt it so it doesn't continue to be a trauma. But it's really traumatic. The one thing our women was supposed to be able to tell us is where they pussy been.
And if she tell you, baby, I don't think that's important for me. That was my past. I don't want to talk about it.
Keep your ass in the past then, because I'm moving forward.
So this brings me to the question. Why the hell dudes are running around talking about they don't want no fucking virgins if it matters? They saying, I don't want a virgin.
I'm going to tell you why they're saying it.
That's some new
niggas. Listen, I'm going to tell you, Trey, they're saying it because it's not available.
Don't make sense.
They're saying it because it's not available.
Yeah, because they can't get it. They can't get it. Right. It's not available.
It's the same way these women get up here and say, I don't need a man. I don't need a virgin pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the same thing.
You better take a virgin.
You know what? I had a client today, right? So I was dealing with this client, and then they were having their own discussion. And this lady, a white lady, she's so excited, but she's also nervous that she doesn't know when her boyfriend is going to propose to her. She's a divorcee with 3 or 4 kids, but she's still having a butterfly stomach, not knowing when her boyfriend is going to propose to her, and she's nervous. She doesn't know if it's going to be tonight or tomorrow night or the night after. That's to tell you one thing. Women come up here and lie to us that I don't need a man, I don't need to get married. Every single woman on earth wants to get married. But the only thing is that she might not be qualified for it. She knows she's not qualified. So to disqualify herself, but not to be blamed or feel guilty, she will tell you, I don't need to get a husband. I can live by myself. It's a lie. Every single one of them. Every single one of them wants to get married. I don't give a damn if she's 70 years old. If a 40-year-old man approaches and says, can you be my wife? She will jump off of her feet and say, yes, I will be your wife. They are lying. Every single one of them want to get married. I got to be honest with you guys. I was in that situation. I was told, you're not going to be my husband, this, and gave every single reason. Few years after, somebody got to move out of my house because I didn't want to, she believed that I didn't want to marry her. I'm like, you've been telling me all these years that you didn't want to get married, but now you're moving out saying that I don't want to marry you. So what is it? Their piece of shit mouth always disqualify them from getting married, and they know they're not qualified, but they want to put it on the man so that they will be like, no, it's the man's fault. But every single one of them desired marriage, and they want you to marry them. That's the bottom line.
Right. Bro, this has been a really, really good show, man. I appreciate everybody for coming on, man. Ikene, thank you, man. Be careful out on that road, man. You in Dallas, right? You in my city, right?
Yeah, I'm in Dallas. There's a big accident off of 75 and SMU. Man, these people crazy in Dallas every night, man. Every night.
Yeah, Ikene, last week I went out there. It was late. I was going back to the hotel when I went out of town. When I was in Plano, and coming back, man, it was a body just landing in the middle of the road. Police were surrounding it. And you seen the helmet of the guy on the motorcycle. The helmet was to the left. The body was riddled. I mean, in the middle of the road, they had a sheet over the body, blood all over the sheet. And then the bike was like into the damn wall. I mean, it was right in the wall, just in the pieces, bro. He was dead.
No, that's bad. That's bad. In fact, I gotta tell you one thing that I've noticed. Like I just got back from Nigeria on Monday when the solar thing was happening. I was above it. I could see the whole Dallas and the whole what do they call it? Central United States dark. So we were above it, and then up in that sky, just above us was the eclipse happening, and below us was dark. I have a video for it. So this is one thing that I was talking in Nigeria. I was telling my family members in Nigeria that as bad as our roads are and as good as they get it now, because the government is spending so much money improving infrastructure in Nigeria right now. One thing that I told them is this: don't you ever think that the accident you see that happens in this city once a week, once a month, or twice a month is bad. Because we black people in Nigeria know how to make things look really, really bad. I told them that if you come to Dallas, the amount of accident that happens a day in Dallas is what we get over there in 3 months.
Yeah. You know what?
It's just too bad.
Somebody, I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna get out of here. And if somebody dies, got in Dallas, Texas, on 635, 75, 35, 45, some on those connecting highways, somebody dies every day. 2 to 3 people a day.
Every day.
And I try to steer clear of that motherfucker. They call it the beat. When I first moved to Dallas from Louisiana, they said, hey man, try to avoid the beast. I said, what's the beast? They say 635 connection to 75, 45, 30. Every day it's a truck on top of a car. A motorcycle went off the side of the fucking bridge and went down to the ground. A truck blew up. FedEx truck then flipped over. Amazon truck got packages all over the highway. Nike truck turned over. Nike boxes all in the middle of the man. It's bad. It's horrible, bro. Horrible.
In fact, I tell folks all the time that the dead zone in Dallas is between 635 and George Bush and 635 and I-30.
Yep.
That's the worst dead zone.
It's eerie, bro. It's eerie as shit, bro. Every day you just see dead people dead. Every fucking day. It's bad. It's bad. But anyway, man, thank you guys for being here tonight.
Thank you,
Information, man. Tell them how they can reach you. Uncle Rick, I'm gonna get you in a second. Information, man. Tell them how they can reach you. I know you got a show tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll probably be doing some stuff over the weekend. But it's Information Man Show. You can Google me. I'm Googleable. You can find all the platforms, all the things that I'm on. Make sure you also check out Prime Sports Media. That's my sports channel. I pretty much do that channel concentrates on what's happening at Colorado with Coach Prime and the players there. So I'm going to be launching some new videos over there too soon. So Black Man, I'm going to drop off, but this was a great discussion tonight. It was raw tonight, but necessary discussion. So y'all take care, man. Peace.
All right, man. Much love to you, man. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to Information, man. Uncle Rick. All right, man. When you going on live next, man? When you dropping another video, brother? Tell them how to reach you, how to get in touch with you.
We here on YouTube. Just do a search for Ricky Williams #TWT or at @RDubs. It'll pull up that way too. AREDUBBZ. Next show is Wednesday. We back on our book club.
Our book, yeah. So I was just gonna ask.
Self-made man. We halfway through this, so we got that. Thursday, I got a good show coming up. I got the thumbnail ready, so make sure y'all go ahead and set a reminder for it. It's gonna be a rough one, so trigger warnings, guys. That's all
Absolutely,
I got.
man.
Thanks for having me, fellas. It's always good to chop it up with y'all. Love you, brothers, man. Y'all have a great night.
Love you too, my brother. Have a good night, man. All right, our Pain, talk to us, brother. Tell us how we can reach you with your simping ass. Go ahead.
Some funny shit, man. Listen, you know what? Okay, so Monday, man, I gotta send you my plan. I said, if you had the power, what laws would you change? What I want to talk about on Monday. So I have a set of things I'd like to put out to everybody. There's no videos. I'm gonna just go through not all the details, but the titles itself will tell you what I'm talking about. And I'll flesh out some of them more than others. And I want everybody else to think, you know, if you had the power, what would you change in terms of the law? And if you're voting for politicians and they don't even come close to what you think you actually would want, then why are you voting for them? So that's one of those kind of questions I want to put out there. And on Wednesday, I have my little sports show from 7 to 8. And actually, it's all right. So I like that. And then I'm just doing my thing. So those are the two things I like.
I know you saw Information Man. I thought he was still, damn, I want him to still be here. Did you see that President Trump is going to the black neighborhoods and hugging the girls with the pink hair and the red hair? And oh man, he campaigning his ass off, bro. It's gonna be a landslide, bro. I'm telling you right now.
No, it's not. It's not going to be a landslide. No, let me tell you why. Because no matter what the Republican women say, their number one issue is the baby deletions. And as long as the Republicans are idiots on the fact that they're saying that you need to carry your rapist kid to fruition and your incest kid and the life of the mother doesn't matter, women are not going to vote for these fucking assholes. Okay, so it's not fait accompli. It might even be bigger for women than the border issue and everything else. A lot of people don't realize it. Republicans are fucking idiots. Okay. As much as the Democrats use black people as fodder and chattel, the Republicans are idiots because they're standing on shit that don't make no sense anymore. There's no compromise. So women are the biggest voters out there, and you're going to tell them that you'd rather them die than delete a baby? They're not going to vote for you. That's why the so-called Red Awakening never happened, because women all over the country, Republican and Democrat, said, you know what? I'm not going to, you know what? There's no red wave. So we got to be attentive. That's a big issue for women, man. So anyway, let me just throw that out there. And Trump is trying to ride the middle. Anyway, I have one of my, if I'm power, one of my things is for that particular law. I have a nice compromise that I'm gonna put out there, and I'm gonna get all kinds of shit for it, but I like it. Anyway, that's it, man. So nice for having me up, man. This is good, man. This is a good day.
All right, Payne, and I want to give my condolences, man, to your brother. I know that O.J. Simpson had passed away, so I just wanted to.
He's my brother.
You know what? I will say this as well, because I got my boy Lost in Translation. We got to talk about this one day. Eva, what's her last name? The black girl with the pretty eyes that won Next Top Model or some shit. She divorced. She got. Yeah, she's real beautiful girl. But anyway, she what did she do? Oh yeah. So what she did was she divorced her husband after all them years being together, 15, 16, 17 years, something like that. She divorced him when she got the big job. She got an acting job. Tyler Perry hired her to be the big name, big face of the damn network, and she's making all this money. She's on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. She's like all these opportunities. And when she got all of them, that man that was with her all those years, she fucking divorced him, bro. And now fast forward a year later, after their divorce, she has lost, and she was model. I'm fine. She has lost about fucking 45 pounds, bro. 45, 50 pounds. She look like she has cancer. And people were like, damn, is she sick? And she got on and said, no, she didn't even know. She is so depressed after the divorce. See, that's my thing. You 45, 46 years old, baby. It's over. You damn near 50. And you think you're going to be cute out because she is a very pretty woman. But now she like a goddamn she like a South Russian alien.
BMU, I don't mean to cut you off. I got to say something to you, BMU. I got to say something, if that's okay with you. This is the problem. There is always a man out there ready to destroy another man's family.
Yeah.
By paying the wife more money. I got to tell you this, right? That lady may not have wanted to leave a relationship, but Tyler Perry may have offered her money and said, what the fuck, get rid of your husband. You got money to earn. You forgot back in the days when you were so good and shit, and she bought it. But not knowing that she was getting a key to hell. I got to tell, I'm in business, right? I've done business in Nigeria, and I do business in Nigeria, and I do business in the United States. Whenever we're doing business and a woman is involved, and the group of guys that I'm dealing with start telling her to not listen to her husband, I draw the line right away. I said, no. If her husband is not okay with it, I am not okay with it.
Right.
But I got to tell you, some men when they see talent, they will fuck up a woman's relationship just to make money off of her. Men are very mean. Let's be honest. There are very mean men out there. They don't give a damn.
Well, okay, so how come you're not getting him on his ass for blaming it on a man that a bitch is leaving her husband?
Goddamn, you ain't give me time.
Y'all just be talking and want answers and won't be quiet. Damn, shut up sometimes.
God damn, wait a minute.
Y'all didn't let me finish before y'all started raking me over the coals, framing me like the...
Keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up.
You fucking guys, man. One-sided motherfuckers, man. Shit.
Hey, man. But listen, I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna blame. God damn. See, they nothing but the devil. So I was looking down at my phone trying to find this story for y'all. And there's a video of Megan Thee Stallion walking on the baseball field with some white pants on.
That's
old.
old.
The first pitch.
That's old, man.
I know it's old. I've seen it before. I just don't know why they put this on my time. God,
There's
that's
a time
ridiculous.
for it again. Spring,
Yes, that's ridiculous. I hope she just go to
Buy
hell.
me
She
some
just
peanuts and cracker jacks.
whoo shit, and she all natural. Ain't no surgery. Just
I don't care if you hit it from the back. Let's
man, she is tough.
Toot for the own thing.
But she got and I meant to say that too. She got a new challenge out, and it's a lot of black women are saying that she's devaluing women with that challenge. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it, man. We got to talk about Eva though. She's depressed and losing 45 pounds. Then Tia is crying online saying, about her and her husband. I'll say, wow. So she was like, "You're so hard. After the divorce, it's so hard, bitch. Fuck you." And if I was him, I wouldn't take her back if they offered me $100 million of stock in Raid. I wouldn't take her back. Fuck her. But anyway, Trey Ferg, thank you for being here. Ekene, be careful out there on that road, man, because the highway is dangerous, bro. You need to be your ass in the house, man, with your baby, boy.
Anyway, I'm heading home right now.
Yeah, man, get off that fucking dangerous highway. I avoid it at all costs. I ain't lying. When you in Dallas, if you come to Dallas, you drive in Dallas, stay off fucking 635, 35, 75 connection. That'll kill you. Shit, you be dead. Fuck that shit. I don't go on it. I avoid it at all costs. But anyway, the people are reckless. They run over you, bump into you, hit you. You'll pull over to try to get insurance. Them motherfuckers will drive off. Damn, they kill you driving off. They'll leave your ass sitting there. Like they don't give a fuck. Like this shit crazy. It's like a third world country on 635. Yeah. But anyway, Lost in Translation, tell them about your show. And where you and the people, because you was on the show with a pastor the other day, right? I was watching the what's his name?
Yeah, man. That's Pastor Gregory Devon.
Yeah. So tell us about your shows coming up.
Man, listen, we always doing something different over here, man. You can catch me. Matter of fact, just had YouTube on because I'm subject to go live anytime.
Come on.
But for the most part, on Mondays, I'm on Humble Dash channel. At I think he starts at 7:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere in that neighborhood. Just I'll hit the button, you can come on in. Then of course we'll be here on Tuesday on Black Man Unfiltered, flipping tables, and of course you'll see your boy here on Friday nights at the barbershop. But for the most part, I pay a little visit to over there, the grooming reviews on Wednesday, and whoever else will have me, and I'll pop up every night with a Facebook Live. That's where the other one came from last Thursday. So y'all just be on the lookout, man, for anything. Just turn it on and come visit the channel. I'm subject to be live anytime.
I want to do a book, and it's going to be called A Talk with God. I want to ask him, God, if you did not want man to be tempted, why did you create Meg the Stallion? Yeah. There's also, do y'all remember a guy named, what's his name? Paul Harvey?
Yes.
Good day.
You remember he did a
if I were the devil, this is what I would do.
If I were the devil.
Yes.
Now it happened. When did he release that?
1967 or 68, somewhere now.
Bro, he talked about futuristic stuff about there are going to be metal detectors in schools and everybody's going to be on drugs and prescription drugs are going to take over the world. And man, I mean, the shit, we got to break that shit down. I may do it Thursday, but that shit it'll creep you out, bro. It will creep you out how accurate he is in that 1967 thing, man. It's just amazing.
You know, a black man, as a young fella, my dad was a radio announcer, and I used to listen to radio all the time. Everybody else watch TV. I listen to radio. I used to love listening to Paul Harvey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to watch this, listen to this channel called WERC, which is our local radio station, which is AM. And a lot of the stuff that we're seeing today, they talked about that 30, 40 years ago, man. So that's the reason why I'm not getting caught up with this, because I already know what's coming. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times we don't listen to radio anymore because they think it's old fashioned. But I assure you, if you go back and listen to some of those old tapes, like we talk about Paul Harvey, you'll see all of that stuff came to fruition, even to the identifying chips or how people get tracked. All of that stuff. We've been talking that stuff for years, man.
Years.
For years. And now we just not getting y'all acting brand new. They track everything. And we been knew it was coming. And ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
So we already know what's gonna happen. As far as our pain is, as far as that red wave is you talking about, it's coming, brother.
It's coming.
I've already done the calculus. It's coming, brother.
And I'm telling you, what we're gonna do, the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure
we're gonna go out, we're gonna fumigate the White House because it has Joe Biden stink in it.
It's disease with the Biden administration. They're horrible people, horrible people. I got a little black man I have in here. His name is R. Payne. He's amazing, amazing black guy, big head black guy. I love him. Bald, he's amazing. Him and his wife is here tonight. They're amazing.
The ladies say he's huge. Hear me? Huge. They say he's huge.
They say he's stripped and his penis is huge. He can't be by me. You're not gonna make a mistake and pull it out around me. Okay? I ran out of meat. He has plenty. All right, man. Oh man, but hey, man, I love each and every one of y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight too. Black Man Unfiltered Network Barbershop Talk. We had a great talk. Come back if you're watching this right now. If you're just getting in here, the show is ending, but you could always go back and watch it, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the content and the people on the channel. I know that you guys will not like our pain a lot, so make sure you put that in the chat so we can read it, okay? So we can have that to get on his ass on Tuesday night. Other than that, we are out, and we will see you guys on tomorrow. Tomorrow, we have Vining Things with Alexis from Texas. She'll be on tomorrow night. And as well, on Sunday, we have The Gray Area with Peter and Paul. And so they'll have a good show on Sunday. And then Monday, we have a new member of the family who's going to be starting Monday after our pain around 9:30 Central Standard Time on Monday. And it's going to be called Monday Mayhem. Y'all will see who that host is on Monday. Jesus Christ, Lord help us network. But yeah, it's going to be called Monday Mayhem starting at 9:30 Central Standard Time on Monday, right after our pain pull out. This person going to put it back in. All right. They're going to run the train on Mondays. All right, thank you so much, R. Payne. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you, Lost in Translation, Trey Ferg. Ekene, be careful, get home to that baby and that wife safely. And we'll see you guys on tomorrow. Peace. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for coming in tonight. We appreciate you, Miss Log, Shiesty Bomb. All right, who else got in here? For Real TV, Quincy Pierce, Mr. She Said, Information Man, all the translation, everybody. If I missed you, say it, I'm hard. Barbershop, like that.